and stuff.
Hmm.
Just don't think
But
it's an
like, you know how
actual
some races
language.
like they automatically know a language, even though you can usually change that now. I wasn't sure if there was like a new language that was Thraikeen or something. Thraikeen, like
They know
little
common.
clicks and whirs and stuff. rub their rub their antenna together to make a friction like frequency or something.
That is
The
part of how they
Thri-kreen
communicate to others.
in the Dark Sun campaign.
That's where they originally pulled them from.
Yeah.
They wanted to get a bug people, and they ignored the bug people from Spelljammer. Like, we'll pull the ones from Dark Sun instead. But it's cool that Dark Sun people get to see a race from there.
He was pretty cool. He could jump very far.
I have to look and see if they have increased jump speed.
I enjoyed that player too a lot, actually. Guy played.
The monkey people were really cool too.
You know what I've never played? I've played Campaign in Space, not D&D, but something called Sagaborn or Starborn is the space version of it. But I've never played like a water campaign, either like ships and out on the sea and sailing and traveling and stuff, or underwater. I've never I've never chosen any like abilities or races that are strong in like an aquatic or a marine environment because like I've never been a part of any campaign where any of that would have been relevant, you know. So I think I wouldn't mind playing something like that. But I know that's not anything new to the D&D universe, but new to me.
Yeah, I've been thinking of maybe running some kind of pirate campaign. Might be fun.
Well, we did have that Sahuagin mission when you were doing the Lost Continent campaigns. I mean, it was only like a 3-part mission, like because that's how long it took us to do your runoff was like 3 sessions. So that was that was kind of a fun little experience, and I was so glad I was playing the lizard folk because I was the only one that was able to like go into some of those depths.
Seafaring would be really fun. I've always been interested in something like that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
One of the reasons Spelljammer speaks so much to me. It's like a pirate adventure, but way bigger.
Space Pirate, yeah.
You can go to different like campaign settings and stuff to do
That's
adventures if you want to.
Yeah, that's what Starborn is like too. Sort of. I mean, it's its own world, but yeah.
And in D&D, they were like, we'll give you multiple options if you want to travel to other places but you want to ignore space stuff because that's a bit too wild for you. We got the Citadel! City of Doors! Just pick a door, any door, it's a different plane.
What are these Hado Z? Like, I don't think that's one I read about before.
They're monkey people. Well, gliding monkey people.
Oh, that's right. I did hear about them. Okay, all right. They're the little, like, squirrel glider kind of concept. But little monkeys. Okay.
Alright, Beldani says he's on his way in. I guess, do we want to wait a little bit, or should we just start the recap? What do people feel?
Start. He was here last week, so I'm sure he remembers.
True. Alright, I started up the stream. I think, Theo, you need to switch to your character and the display. There you go. Alright, so Theo, you were the last scribe. Betha, you were scribe this week, if you're okay with that.
Yep, I'm happy to do it, or I'm happy to give it to anyone else who actually wants it.
Okay. So, alright, I'll put you down for now, and let me know if anyone is interested in that. But Theo, why don't we get a quick recap from you?
Well, predominantly it was just a whole bunch of fighting. At one point, Betha got ate by a really big worm. Theo got a whole little moment of, maybe we should have gotten some of these beforehand moment. And, fighting kept going. It looked very dicey, but we either prevailed in the end or are getting close to finishing with just one target left.
Yeah, although several of your people, I think, are unconscious.
Yeah.
Alright, so it was Azalea's turn.
Yes, it was.
Well, Beldani's not here, but you're here yet. But there's a few turns till he comes up. So, Azalea, what do you want to do?
I'm going to cast Havenheart's Helpful Hand.
All right.
And I will cast it next to the, like, right over here between Theo and Donnie and the thing. Can I do that? Can I put it in this spot? Or does it, actually it might need a spot of its own. Like
Do you have a description for the spell?
yeah, it's Bigby's hand.
Let's see.
I just reflavored the name of it.
I want to say that I don't think this one needs a space. You could put it over someone, but let me just double check that.
They're both unconscious, so I actually can hover it in the air. So I think I would like to hover it like basically at his neck.
Yeah, the hand doesn't fill its space, so it's kind of more like a spiritual weapon type thing.
Okay. So I don't know. I don't think we have an icon for it. So
I guess you could use the 5-foot spell. Or wait, it's large hand, so I guess the 10-foot spell icon.
And then
Oh, but it does say right there, unoccupied space.
yeah, I'll put it in the air above their bodies.
Okay.
And my objective is to use the interposing hand component. So I want it to not come in the direction of me or Theo or Donnie, basically.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be able to move through those spaces if wait a minute. I guess it can move. Sorry, I guess I didn't read this. You know what? I'll just try to grapple him with it.
Okay. So that is the forceful hand?
Yeah, well, so yeah, I think so. My objective is to keep him from.
Or wait, let me see.
There's grasping hand is a
Grasping.
part. Yeah.
Where's grasping?
Yeah.
Midway.
Thank you.
There it is. Okay. Grapple huge or smaller. This thing is... How big is this thing? I believe it is huge. Yes, 15 feet. So that is possible. So... Strength score...
Well, it's 15 feet inside the blocks, but it has a 20-foot, like, from corner to corner, it's 20 feet. I don't know how you would...
There. Let me see.
It's a 4x4.
That's still huge. I think 5x5 is the smallest for gargantuan creatures.
Oh, does it begin to... Okay. I thought it was always, like, each square bigger was a bigger size, but maybe you're right.
Could be. But I thought...
Let me check.
Or maybe up to a certain point.
Size guard. Let's see. 20 by 20 or larger is gargantuan. So I believe he is actually gargantuan.
Indeed he is.
The love of Mike. All right.
He's too big.
He's a big boy.
Big boy. He's from the mountains.
Then I will try to
Let's punch him.
push him.
Okay. So that is the forceful hand. Okay. So that is the hand strength contested by the giant strength. Go ahead and make a strength check for the hand. Oh, and you all, I don't know if you could do this before, but you should all be able to click on the Combat Master to add your spell effects to your characters now, if you don't want to do it from the lens.
Terrible roll. All right.
12, alright, so he will do a strength check. Well, apparently he rolled terrible too. 9, I believe, is lower than what you rolled. So you can indeed push him.
Amazing. So that pushes him
5 times your spellcaster ability modifier, which is +4.
+5 intelligence.
So you can push him up to 30 feet with the hand.
Okay. Then I will push him 30 feet.
Just to the left.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So he goes flying sideways. I assume the hand goes with him.
Yeah.
Alright, and you're concentrating.
Yes, I am.
And how long does this last? 1 minute. Alright, so you might need another timer. I think
Okay.
The green one. Anything else?
I'm gonna... yeah, I'm gonna try to move toward Theo and Donnie, so... That's how
Okay.
far I can get in difficult terrain, and that is the end of my turn. And then
So-
Nettle is gonna move to Harry the giant.
Okay, Nettle flies in, harrying the giant, then goes on top of the thing there. So he is harried. That's disadvantage.
David, I'm sorry, I didn't really think about how I was moving him away from you, but I assumed you were gonna try to get Miri out, so...
At the end of your turn, he is going to... I don't think he can see Ivor being this close. He is gonna see Zalia over there and throw a rock at her.
Okay.
Oh, natural 1. Completely misses as it flies past and smashes against the thing over here. Spends another rock. Alright, so that's the end of your turn. Nettle goes... I think he's going to throw a rock at Nettle. He didn't appreciate that.
Just to confirm, Harry gives advantage on the next attack that's made against him, right? Not disadvantage on his attacks?
That is correct.
Okay, I see you put disadvantage on him, so I just wanted to clarify.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I did the wrong thing. Also, shoot, I was using that token for something else. Alright, then I'll use blue for now. Alright, so no, it would not be disadvantage, it would be the advantage one. Okay. Disadvantage. Nettle goes, I just realized he's not having any more legendaries. Chive, what are you gonna do? Or what are you commanding Chive to do? Miri.
Here, I mute. Mary, you there? We can't hear you.
We lose Mary. Betha.
Guess so.
Alright, so the...
Hello?
Hello?
There we go.
Okay, that's very interesting. I was not muted. I heard all of you, but my mic wouldn't light up no matter how much I spoke.
Sorry.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you're very loud. I'm going to turn you down a little.
Well, I just turned off my headset because I didn't know if that was the issue. So I'm using the laptop's microphone now.
Alright.
So I know that Theo and Donnie are both down. So whichever one Chive is closest to, I would like Chive to go over next to them, without provoking an opportunity attack from the giant, if possible.
Alright, so he'll fly over to Donnie.
And he will tell Betha in his 6 seconds of action that Donnie is down. Is that correct? Donnie's down?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Theo down as well? Is he able to say Donnie and Theo are both down in 6 seconds?
Sure. He'll let you know they're both down.
Yeah. I figured those kind of things were 6 seconds was plenty of time for. That's like why I'd always been just playing it, that she would know. But all right. So and then that's his turn.
All right. The Remora is down. So Betha, for your turn, let me see what you have to do to get out. Let's see. You can escape.
I just crawl out if I want to.
Yeah, so you'd exit prone. Alright. So you crawl out, exiting the creature over here. Yeah. Are you there? We lose Betha again?
I mean, there's quite a bit of background noise, so I think she's there.
Yeah, she's muted at the moment.
Maybe she's having some technical difficulties.
Sorry. So much background noise. And now that I'm using the mic on the computer, it's picking everything up. So I muted myself. Shoot.
So you were able to crawl out. You're over here.
I don't see anything.
You can't see anything?
No, it's still black for me.
Weird. Okay, let me check if something's going on with
There's
your
a lot
site.
of black on the map, so you
Well,
might just want to move
It
around.
doesn't matter. How far is the furthest ally from me?
So you don't see yourself here or anything?
I see my token, but everything around me is black. How far is the
Try
furthest
dragging
ally?
yourself 5 feet just to see if it resets you. Or you might be
I'll
on the map.
refresh roll 20. I was trying to finish my turn so that you guys don't have to wait on me. So
The closest
far is the-
ally is Beldani.
furthest. How far is the furthest ally from me?
Furthest
100 feet.
is... Yeah, although you can't
Okay.
see Ivor right now.
I guess how far are Theo and Donnie and Beldani? Because they're the ones that have been getting hit, right?
We're all within 40 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I move till you're within 30 feet? Oh wait, no. I think I only need 60. So I'll do just a mass cure wounds. Or mass healing word. Sorry.
Alright, go ahead and link it.
I have a level 4. Okay.
Alright, so Betha does some chanting using her last 4th level spell. And the 1, 2, 3, 4 of you get 6, 9, 19, right?
So 9 if you're within 60 feet of me. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. 19 if you're within 60 feet of me.
Yeah.
And 4 if you're in the totem aura.
Yeah, and if you're in the totem aura, you gain an extra 4. And Betha, you get 6. Alright, so both Donnie and Theo are brought back by the Blessed Light. And I assume
Alright, I'm
that's
gonna
it for you.
refresh. Sorry, guys.
Thank you, Betha.
Alright, Donnie, you are awake. 3 levels of exhaustion. You're feeling terrible.
And I'm also out of rage. Interesting.
The giant is looking angrily over at Betha.
I just roll for rage. page to make sure I don't roll it mistakenly. Let us... Well, there's not much Donnie does other than attack, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Am I allowed to occupy the same space as the hand or not?
I don't... Well, I think you can. It says unoccupied when it's summoned, but I think you can actually move through it.
35, 40, so I'll get to there. Then I will go ahead and swing at our big furry friend.
Alright. And you get to get 4 levels of exhaustion.
Trying. 24 to hit.
Yeah, 24 would strike.
9 flashing.
Well, actually, I believe it's 21 to hit because you're at disadvantage right now, but that would still hit.
Yep.
So you hit him for 9 points of damage.
Yep. Swing again. That will probably miss.
15 will actually hit.
Ah,
He's
sweet.
not very well armored.
That is fine. Good roll. 14 points of damage for my second attack.
Alright, another 14.
Yep. And I will bonus action second wind, because I have not actually used that yet.
Okay. Theo.
Theo is going to stand up and cast Blur on himself.
Okay. So you begin to blur, making it much harder to hit you.
And then use the rest of my movement to move 15 feet up in the air.
Alright, anything else?
That is all I can do for now.
Alright, so Doshdev goes. He is... what is he gonna do? Well, he does not regenerate. He's gonna... So Ivor, you're kind of on the other side of the tent. He can't see you. I think he's going to attack Donnie.
Sweet. 4 levels of exhaustion. Here we come.
So... Yeah, he's going to attack you. He does multi-attack with the Great Axe. 16 versus AC.
Yep.
Alright, so you are cut for 26 slashing. The first
Still up.
attack. He swings again. 14.
Miss. Oh, wait, no, hit. That's my AC. Damn it.
Alright.
Are you still hasted?
Nope. Well,
Nope.
37 slashing.
yep, that takes Donnie down again.
Alright. So
4
Donnie,
levels of exhaustion. Woot.
What does that do
Taking the
again?
record for me.
Hit point
His
maximum
movement.
is halved.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the fourth.
So he is going to, at this point...
Were you? I was surprised you were even able to get over to him with the 3 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah. Well, remember I
See
still
that.
have the boots and I have 40 feet of movement by default.
Yep.
But your speed would have been halved at 3 levels of exhaustion, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he was 20 feet away.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was close enough.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was over here by Chive. Okay.
So he goes into the tent.
Oh, in the tent.
Into the house.
What a dick.
Set it on fire.
Honestly.
Who's got oil?
I do have a thing of alchemy fire on me.
Oh, don't worry about that. Homie with the hurl flame lights flammable things.
So just FYI.
He activated a bomb.
One of the entrances is here. The other one is here.
Noted.
So that well, he still has his... No, he attacked, okay. So that's it for him. And actually, since it does matter now, let me quickly... no, that's okay. You just... I'm trying to think how I could set this up so... I could do line of sight for this.
Yeah, would the entrance still be open right now, or did it flop closed?
It would probably still be... I mean, it's not much of a door.
Okay.
So, that's kind of... For the people on the outside, you probably couldn't see in very well from the angle that you're at. But that's it for him. Beldani.
He still has... He's still harried, so the next attack against him has advantage, correct?
No, because Donnie took that already.
Donnie attacked at disadvantage.
Yeah, but the first one was a wash, I believe. Because the next attack against him would be at advantage, and Donnie would have taken that.
Alright.
But did he?
Yeah, well, it happens automatically. So that 24-21 split that hit either way, that used the advantage.
Yes.
Alright, well, then I will have to just do my best. I'll dash over, seeing that Betha is safely out of the worm, and shoot a radiant crossbow bolt at him. So I'll have to switch from my dagger back to my hand crossbow.
Alright, so you pull out your crossbow and fire in at him. Long range, right?
Yeah, it would be a disadvantage.
Okay. You fire into the tent. It looks like he is walking through to the other side for whatever reason.
13? I'm guessing does not hit.
No, that would fly past him.
Alright, that is my turn.
Alright, at the end of your turn, he turns around angrily towards you, and he is gonna huck a boulder. Using another one of the boulders he has.
We got like a necklace full of boulders.
So it
Forget
flies.
the necklace of fireballs. You just need a necklace of boulders.
Yeah, he kind of has a bunch of them like on a rope tied around his chest there. So it would fly past you and smack into the building over here. Ivor.
Good question. Okay. That'll work. Okay. I saw him walk in here.
You definitely hear him moving around in the tent.
Yeah. And I am currently, unfortunately, prone.
Walking through, though.
Huh?
He's walking through.
He is walking through, yep. I may just have to wait for him. Well, I could hold... Ooh, actually, this might be the perfect time. Yeah, if ever there was a time to do that, this is probably it. Okay, so... What I'm gonna do... Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. I think the difference between like crawl speed and using half speed to stand up and fall down is the same. So I am going to crawl 10 feet, 30 feet over here. So that way I've gone up and over the ridge, and Actually,
Can
for
I,
flavor. What? Go ahead.
can I ask a question? Point of order. You said he was too small to fit into this tent. Is his head like skimming the? Like, could you see him? Like, did I
Well,
kind of seeing someone if like you saw their head going up the leather?
so he's too small to fit in the normal tents. This is actually his tent, so he fits in
Last week you said he had to crouch to get through that tent.
this
What
tent.
10?
Maybe at the
Mhm.
edge. The edge is probably lower than the center.
I don't think
Yeah.
he entered
Said
this.
that.
I think. Do you mean this tent
No.
over here?
You said he would have to crouch to get through it because of the height that you said it was when Ivor and I were trying to get to it and all that. Yeah, you said that. I remember thinking how weird it was that his own tent wasn't tall enough for him.
Wait, when we were trying to get to it?
No, when we went to it, I asked him what the height of it was.
I don't remember that, but maybe I meant these tents. Like if you want to get inside these, because they're too small for him. But this is supposed to be his tent.
Yeah, no. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
I misunderstood you. Sorry.
I think I will reflavor the move just a little bit. I will stand up, and then as an action, I will just take my cane and stand partially with it as I channel its energies and use it to recover 1 spell slot.
Okay.
And then I will move to the other side of the top of the ridge, and then fall prone again. And I think that will be it for me. And at the end of my turn, I will command the fiendish spirits to move, move far enough west that he can see the creature plainly, hurl some flames at it, and then fly up in the air as high as he can.
Alright, so at the end of your turn, he's going to huck another rock over at Beldani. Ooh, 29 may have got ya.
Yeah, that hits.
Whack. 27 bludgeoning as the rock clips you coming flying out of the tent.
I will
Yep.
use my reaction to uncanny dodge and have that.
Okay. Yeah, so you would take 14, or no, 13 instead.
Alright.
The fiendish spirit flies over this way, firing into the tent at him.
Bum bum bing 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 bing. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, so he would hit with the 3.
Nice.
So 53 points of damage. A nasty flurry of fire. Looking wounded, and you said he's gonna fly back?
He's gonna fly up as high as he can with his remaining movement. So he has 60-foot fly. I couldn't actually see where he was before. What was that, like 15 feet?
Yeah, so we'll say maybe he's at 80 feet now if he flies 60 up.
Well, he would only have 45 left.
Oh.
He was on the ground before, and so if he moved 15
Oh.
feet to get there, then he would have 45 left.
Alright, so he flies like 40 into the sky. Flying up. At the end of his turn, the creature is gonna hurl another rock out at Beldani. Using another of his legendaries. 22.
22 hits.
Alright, so he clips you with another rock for 33 bludgeoning. And Zalia, you're up. Also, I believe Beldani is looking near death at this point.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, but pretty
Damn,
badly
he said
hurt.
near death.
Oh, so I added a new
Given the death
condition.
saves and everything.
I added a new condition. There's half health is the heart, and this one is a third or below. Actually,
Okay.
the giant would be at that.
Oh,
too.
cool.
Just so you can better judge how beat up someone is.
Cool.
You said it was
So-
50% and then 33%?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I cannot see the giant yet, right? He hasn't come out of the tent.
No, you just hear him walking around in there.
Oh, that sounds ominous.
But
Practical
you do see a bunch of rocks flying out of the tent at poor Beldani. So
Yeah.
you're pretty
So-
sure he's in there.
Beldani as Donnie lays splayed on the floor again for the 4th time.
Alright, so I'm gonna move Bigby's hand. I think. Sorry, guys. It's a new thing for me, so it's 60 feet. So I think I can get to the door. Could I cover the door with the hand? Like, could I basically make Bigby's hand be like
Upper.
Like block
the
him?
blocker? Yeah, I'd like to block. No, I'd like to block the boulders.
Oh, that's a good question.
As it provides half cover to anything behind
Not bigger than huge, I assume. So I should be able to use
So-
interposing hands.
I think you could probably use it to provide heavy cover. I would give you that.
Says the hand moves to stay between half cover, yeah, against the target. So that's what I'll do.
Alright, so I'll say you give Beldani heavy cover with the hand. So
Yeah,
he has
preserve
+4 to
Donnie.
his AC. Or and Donnie, yeah. Anyone he throws at through the door. Okay, anything else?
That's my bonus action. For my action, I'm gonna hold magic missile, and when I see the giant, I would like to.
Alright, so
use
just
it.
a warning, if you concentrate on magic missile, you will lose the hand. Because readying a spell, you have to concentrate on it.
Okay, then I won't do that. I will take the dodge action.
Okay. And Nettle.
Nettle will fly into the tent and harry the giant and attempt to fly out of the tent. I can't see where the giant is, so I'm assuming he can get in and out with his.
Yeah, sure. So he flies in, harrying the giant, giving advantage to the next attack against him. Oh wait, not prone. Whoops. This one. Okay, so that's it for Nettle. Chive.
I guess he'll just go over here and flutter about these two. He's worried about them. And wait for Betha's instructions.
Okay, he sees Chive, and he's gonna throw a boulder at Chive at the end of his turn.
I thought the hand was covering the door.
It is.
It is.
Chive
Plenty
has
cover.
heavy cover. Oh wait.
Yeah, Chive wouldn't have stopped where he had line of sight on the giant, but that's okay.
So that is his last one. I think 26 would hit poor Chive. Would poof.
Yep, he wouldn't have been there, but okay.
Alright, Betha, what do you want to do?
Can I stand on this corner? You said that it was like filled in. It wasn't like a hole, right? Just the earth is like soft and.
Yeah, so you can move around the edge there. That's fine. I mean, you're already going slowly, so you don't have to worry about falling in.
All right. So then, I'll cast. I really want to save that. Yeah, I'm gonna do level 2 aid on Beldani and Donnie, and Theo.
Okay, Beldani, Donnie, and Theo. So you cast Aid. Level 2, so that is going to be 5 extra hit points to each of them. Now, you guys
Yeah.
weren't already under the effect of Aid, right?
No, I haven't cast it for a few days.
Um,
And I'm going to be like, Donnie, you stay down. Get out of his sight.
Gonna happen.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check with disadvantage. I don't know.
Like
He's got like
Donnie's
He's
both of his
about
arms are
45 on that
broken. He's like, yeah.
He's with a flesh wound.
like, I'm
I
fine.
was seriously considering just stabilizing him and
Betha-
leaving him unconscious.
Betha casts hold person on Donnie.
So how much do we heal?
You gain
It's only 5. It's
So
only
you're-
5, but your
It's enough.
maximum also increases by 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just I thought it was a way to give you both something with the same turn because I can't get over to you quick enough.
All
I
right.
love it that my HP has been halved, but it's plus 5.
So you're at 65.
Yeah. And then I'll shoot, where'd it go? Can I move the bonus action? Yes, I can. Okay, I'm gonna move the totem with my bonus action, and that's my turn.
All right, Donnie.
Half my movement to get up. And yeah, I actually probably couldn't have gotten to him last time, but whatever. Retcon, sorry. Because I could have gotten to him, but I forgot the half the movement to get up was the part that I screwed up.
All right.
Yep. 5, 10 to there. Can you see me from here or not?
Yes. So you would have heavy cover with the hand and the side of the tent there.
I'm gonna go to there, and I'm assuming he pretty much can't see me at that point.
Probably. Well, he can see you from this corner. Again, it would be heavy cover.
Do you have what's that, like the bonus action speed thing? Do you still have that, or is that like limited use?
Requires rage. Don't have any rage.
Oh, I think he means the one where you can move dash as a bonus action. I don't think that requires rage. The orc one.
No, it does not. But I didn't plan on getting to him this round anyway.
Okay, that might have made sense for last round though. How you got to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright.
But anyway, I will get to here, and I will action take a potion of greater healing.
All right, I believe that is 4d4 plus 4. So
That's
you
correct.
quaff the potion.
Heal another 15 points.
So he is out of legendary, so he can't throw a rock at you anyway.
Good run at me.
He can run at
Out of
you.
the corner.
Though, so that's it for you, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Theo.
5, 10, 15, 20,
He is still
25.
granting advantage.
30, 35. I can see him.
I'll be like, don't you attack him, Theo.
Don't?
Don't.
He's swatting away the owl, so he's distracted. I think Beldani wants the shot.
I did not even pick up on that at all. I thought it was Theo don't die, but you're probably right.
Right.
Bonnie's like, give
Oh,
me
I-
that crit.
I picked up on it. I played a rogue, I know.
I can't get sneak attack if I don't have advantage.
That's true.
Not without anyone being in there.
Yeah.
Theo, disappointingly,
Well,
drinks a potion of healing.
You actually could use what's the one that everyone uses? The aim one?
I didn't
aim.
realize
Yeah.
that we played with steady aim, because a lot of DMs I know are like, no way, that's way too overpowered for rogues.
I actually don't.
Oh
mind
yeah,
it
it's
that
canon.
much. I mean, it's good, but you do have to give up your bonus action, which means you have to make choices, and you have to not be mobile, which can get
And you
killed.
Yeah, you can't move before or after. That's fucked me up a little bit sometimes.
Yes, it has.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, so that's it for you. Drank the potion.
Yeah.
All right, so Dosh
Just look at Beldani and don't miss.
is going to grab a bunch of rocks from the tent as an item interaction. Getting some more ammo. Then he's going to walk this way. 20, 25. Look up at that stupid demon that keeps burning him. And he is going to huck a rock up at him.
Is he outside the tent at that point? Is he?
I mean, partially. He can take more steps outside if you want.
Well, I was gonna say, well, I mean,
You can throw something when you're standing in a doorway.
That's
And
what I was
we've
thinking.
allowed-
He like
we've
looks
all-
up and
Yeah.
hucks it. So he throws a rock.
If he doesn't have to duck to get out the door.
15.
that will actually not hit.
Okay. So he curses and throws his second rock. Oh,
God
wow.
damn it.
That probably got him. 22 bludgeoning.
Fair enough.
So he went, let me just redo that movement. He went 25 feet to here, then he's going to go 35, 40 to kind of walk around the outside of the tent, ending his turn, Beldani.
Let's see. I'm assuming it's not difficult terrain inside the tent.
No, there's no snow in there.
All right.
I mean, there's a little bit, but not enough for difficult terrain.
Beldani will disappear into shadow using my last Blessing of the Raven Queen
Okay.
to teleport 30 feet into the tent.
Yeah.
And then I will move another 30 feet with my movement to get in range and take my hand crossbow attack with
Okay.
a walloping bolt
All right.
at advantage.
So you aim, taking advantage of the advantage. Yeah, 19 would strike. Gets a crossbow bolt in the butt. As he's
And
walking
that would
out.
be a total of 34 damage.
Okay.
Plus, he has to make a strength saving throw, although I don't think he can fail it.
What's the
That's a
DC?
DC 10.
This is very. I think if he rolls a 1, that might be the only way he can. So let's see. Oh well, he rolled pretty poorly, but he still made it. Oh no, never mind. He can't fail it. I lied.
Too bad we don't have silvery barbs or something.
Yeah, no, even if you roll the 1, he'd still make that. So he's going to turn around angrily and throw a rock at you. That's his answer
All
to
right.
everything. Using a legendary action at the end of your turn. 28 probably connects.
Yes, it does.
So 29 halved?
Halved, and I'll use Uncanny Dodge to have it again. So that's
Nice.
7.
Alright, so you take 7 points of damage from the hit as your Raven Queen spirits protect you. Ivor.
Alright, well, I am fucking irritated about the death of my spirit, so I will use half my movement to stand up, and then I'll move 5 feet right on the top of the hut, and I will stand there defiantly as I use my walking stick to cast a scorching ray at him.
Okay. How many of those do you have left?
This is the last one. This is the spell slot that I just recovered from
right, yeah.
the. Yeah, yep.
Gotcha.
Sorry, let me change my type of roll. I have it currently set to ask every time. There we go.
Ooh. Well, let's see. 4 of those would strike.
All right.
Hitting him for 14, 19, 26. Ow. He is badly burned, adding to all the wounds on him, but he is still up.
Fuck that guy. That is it. I could move and drop for cover, but I am just gonna stare him down because I am fucking irritated.
Alright, well, he is irritated with you, so at the end of your turn, he is gonna huck a rock at you. Big old rock comes flying up at you. Oh, terrible roll, though.
I will barely hit though.
23 bludgeoning.
All right.
Azalea.
Bonus action going to move Bigby's hand in front of Ivor.
Okay. Giving him some cover.
I'm on top. Do you have enough movement for it to go
It
around
goes
and up?
60 feet, so it should be able to go up and over
Okay.
you.
So
Okay.
it'll go, yeah, 20 feet-ish, a little bit higher, 25 maybe, then another 25? I think it could do that. Let me see.
It was right
Probably
edge.
exactly.
It was
60.
high. It was high up already. Remember, I said it was high.
Oh,
I said it
yeah,
several
that's
times.
true. I guess it was a little bit off the ground already. Alright, sure, we'll go with it. Alright, so it flies over and is giving you some cover. And
then,
what else?
With my action, I will attack him with. I'm gonna go with. Firebolt.
Did he get to where you could see him before your
Yeah, I
turn
can see
started?
him.
Didn't you hold? Oh wait, no, you couldn't.
I
because
did
you
not.
had big bees. Yeah.
So you send a firebolt, but natural one. Or sorry, what?
I said it misses.
Oh, okay.
Hang
So yeah, it flies past, and you smartly
You would have
get
been in range
behind
of
some
Betha.
cover.
Was within range of Betha.
Were you gonna throw it at Betha?
No, I was gonna see if Betha was gonna save me from my nat 1.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll use my reaction.
alright. So Betha uses her reaction to give you another shot, which would strike.
25, and then I'm gonna move 15
25.
feet
He's
forward.
not looking good, but he's still up. Alright, he wants to throw a rock at you, but he can't. Beldani is still protected by the shadows, so I think he's going to throw one at Ivor again.
Ivor has half cover right now.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So another rock is flung up at Ivor.
Half cover is 4 or 5.
Plus for heavy cover is well, half cover I think is moderate, so that would be plus 3.
Half
Okay.
covers plus 2.
There we go. I'll get 2.
But he rolls very well, unfortunately.
Works for me.
You are struck for another 29,
Son of a bitch.
as I believe you might now be near death as well.
I will do the math.
I was looking pretty beat up. Nettle, gonna fly over at Harry.
Yep.
Oh, stupid owl. He is harried. Betha.
Betha will move up and over, full movement, and I'm going to use my third channel divinity on Donnie because I know he's going to go charging in.
Did that.
Oh yeah, it's not even difficult terrain in there.
Doesn't matter for Donnie, he hasn't had difficult terrain this entire time.
Oh, that's true.
Woot woot to special shoes.
And then bonus action, healing word on Theo.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use, nope, that's cure wounds. Okay, so I think I have to use a spell slot. All right, so it's gonna be, it's just gonna be a level 1.
The nectar of life.
Alright, so you do a level 1. So Donnie, you gain 40.
Yep.
And that's 9,
So it's
11
for me.
14.
14,
with
15,
the,
18
so-
for Theo, 4
so
more for Donnie.
So yeah, it's 14 for the spell, and then 4 if you're in the unicorn totem, basically.
Awesome.
Alright, so Betha casts her spell, channeling more life energy into Donnie. Anything else?
That's all she's got.
Alright, Donnie.
Donnie being at near full health again.
But feeling terrible.
He feels fine. Let's see. Did can't really see. We'll go. Trying to decide if it's better to go left or right. I saw the Azalea shooting at him, so we'll go right. 5, 10, 20, 10, 20, action dash. 10, 15, 20. Donnie's wounded, or winded, after running not nearly as far as he thought he could.
Alright, anything else?
That's bonus action, and movement, all for movement.
If I may, I have a question. Sorry, Lou.
Yeah.
I forgot that Donnie's exhaustion had his hit points at half. Would I have been able to use my channel divinity on him?
Yeah, you. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
because his
I
total
was
is
at
30.
5 hit points. So
Yeah, but your half life would have been 30 health, not. So yeah, you actually would.
So then I would have sent the other 10 to Theo, and Donnie, you would have gotten 10 less. Because I can only take you to 50% with that.
Yeah, and 50% your health would be 34 right now. So you just have 10 less, yeah.
Sorry.
alright.
Alright, and if she applied that 10 before she did the other healing to me, I would get that 10.
Yes, you would have gotten the 10, because I can split it across among people that are within 30 feet of me.
Alright, so
Awesome.
he's gonna hurl a rock at Ivor again, I think.
not at Donnie. He's seen his best friend just come back at him.
Donnie's like
You know what? He doesn't like any of you, and he wants to try to down someone, hopefully.
Down the guy. He's down 4 times.
Well, he rolled.
Down the guy who will not stay down.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He would stay down, but I think 16 would miss. Luckily, with the cover.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
If he would have gone after Donnie, he would have hit.
That would have hit you if it wasn't for Bigby. I mean, for my.
You're correct.
His hand!
I'm very aware of
His
that.
hand!
Dahlia's hand. Yeah. Saving me from
Haven
death.
Heart.
Haven Heart's hand!
Alright,
Hand!
so,
Hand.
I'm going to use all my movement to fly 35 feet more in the air with the 15 from before she put me 40 up.
okay.
Would that be high enough for me to see the giant?
How high are you?
40 feet in the air.
Yeah, you would see him. He have some cover from you because of the side of the building, but you definitely see him.
Sharpshooter, ignore 3/4 cover.
Okay.
So I am going to sharpshooter shot on all of these. Shoot at him.
Okay. So you take a shot. That one would miss.
Out of Betha's range right now. That-
21 minus 5 would be 16. That would normally hit him, but the cover saves him.
I ignore up to 3/4.
Oh, right, you ignore cover. So that would strike then.
Awesome! 16. Plus another d6 because I hit him. Plus 3, so 19.
Alright, he takes 19 and he is looking very ragged.
And then bonus, shoot with the crossbow.
Good lord, he's like clutching the curtains. Right?
And that is with sharpshooter.
Okay, yeah, that would strike. You don't double the 10, but
Yeah.
11 plus 10 is 21. And he would go down. Oh.
Yes!
Oh, Donnie's disappointed.
Ivor is also disappointed.
Somebody burn
Donnie,
him!
I'm sure, is also disappointed.
I was gonna say, Beldani just runs up and stabs the corpse.
Alright.
No death saves for
Barely
you.
dodging an Eldritch Blast, I think. I'm sending Nettle immediately to the south to look for potential, to see if anything else is approaching.
There is a large fight happening outside as giants continue to fight other giants, though it looks like your friends are winning so far. Do you want to try to go help them, or you want to just stay in here and kind of hold down the fort?
I would be down for going to help
I
him.
think we probably
Get
would
your
help
butt
him.
over here first.
I'm gonna send Nettle to suss out like exactly what the situation is.
Yeah, so it looks like there's when you say exactly like their numbers and everything. Or what do you mean exactly what the situation is?
Yes, I said.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
they're no.
Yeah, we did.
So let's see. It looks like Kaivara and her people have pretty much turned the tide in their favor, especially when you pulled the chieftain off of them because he was fighting out there. Her and
Oh,
yeah.
Donnie, cut off the leader's head and throw it out there. It might demoralize him.
Or
I'm
you
gonna-
see Donnie's actually running towards the battle.
Shit.
Starting to
Okay.
move toward the battle too, but not as fast as Donnie.
I will
Yeah,
probably
Donnie just
try and.
completely ignores Betha again, and she's like holding out a bandage, and he runs past her.
Theo,
Still
how
in your
long does that
range of your
catnap
unicorn.
take?
He hasn't quite left that yet. Give
Well,
one
she
more
has
second.
to be next to you to bandage you.
After Theo gets bandaged, he'll double back real fast,
I
going to
mean,
cut
Donnie's
the head off
actually
as
almost
fast
at
as
full
possible.
health right now.
I'd like to
Yeah,
see
that's right,
Betha
you're
just
slowed
reach
down,
out
actually.
and grab Donnie as he runs by, like Legolas in Lord of the Rings.
Just gets
Right,
very
roll
low
up
and
on their
bandaging on the
back.
run.
I think
You're
basically that roll
Betha
for
Drag
actually
one if you
is.
try that.
Betha's kind of close to Donnie's speed now. Well, I guess no, because he ignores the different terrain. She's stuck in the snow trying to get to him. Wait!
I use all my actions for movement. I can still run. I can still move 60 feet in a turn.
Oh, if
Right,
Betha
I
calls
feel a
out for
little
Donnie
better.
and he keeps moving Vortex Orb her onto his shoulders.
Do you still have?
That's
save
all
your-
enough
okay.
round for.
I don't know if you can Vortex Warp her onto him, because she wouldn't be able to grab him as like a reaction.
Oh,
So, Donnie, do you want to let
Oh, I
her
just realized.
heal you, or
Yeah.
you just... Okay,
Take
so
it a
you are
moment.
going to. Okay.
Yeah.
So...
But that only takes 6 seconds. So
yeah.
Yeah. So we could drop out of combat for now. As some healing
Got a good
happens.
roll there too, Donnie.
I mean, I was almost full health already.
Well, yeah, Betha's pretty much full. I mean, she's like missing like 6 hit points. So. Well, you're full in your reduced state. Yeah.
It's still
I
full.
wish I had greater restoration, but I don't.
Is this door open, and can we see through it to any actual fighting?
Yes, the door is open. And the fighting isn't taking place nearby. Basically, there's kind of a... To the south of you, there's like a more open area, a field, where there's a bunch of giants engaged in battle with each other. But as I said, you believe Kaivara does have the advantage now, especially with you taking out their leader.
Well, you want to handle this part of it, but Zelia would definitely stop 150 feet away and try to snipe with Firebolt to try to help.
All right.
I would also be attacking at range, probably at this point with Eldritch Blast, so I'd have to be a little bit closer at 120 feet. But I will also rain down some magical volley.
Sorry, I'm also 120 feet, so sorry.
All right,
didn't
so
mean to say
you sort of move in from behind. Donnie, are you just going to try to run out into the middle of the fight?
Basically, if I see Zalia and Ivor starting to take aim and attack, I'd probably get roughly 60 to 80 feet in front of them.
Okay, so more like in a defensive stance?
Yep.
Okay.
If I'm able to get the
Oh,
head
visual.
cut off in time and stuff, I'd probably join Zalia and Ivor. I have 120 feet range on all my things.
So how are you cutting off this giant's head? Because this is like, its neck is like as big as you, if not bigger.
Yeah, you're not Donnie.
Yeah, I can't just. I probably
With your
can't
lightsaber.
saw through properly.
Yeah, no lightsabers.
short
You're
sword.
annoying.
I do have a rapier on me and a
Oh.
couple other smaller blades that could be used, but that'd probably take too much time. So I just check
Well-
and see if he has a belt on real fast. Grab that if he does, and then go join everybody.
Yeah,
belt.
sure. He probably has some kind of belt with maybe some heads on it. So you're gonna take his belt.
I've heard legends. I'm checking it for magic later.
Something tells me that belt won't fit you.
Oh no, it's not for me. If it is good.
I don't even know if it'll fit Donnie. That motherfucker's huge.
Alright, so
As
yeah,
Beldani walks through the gate, you just see him turn invisible, and he's going to step up and stand next to Donnie, ready to sneak stab anyone who comes near us.
As you all run past, I'm going to be like, you do anything foolish, and I don't think I can help you much more.
As you step invisibly next to Donnie, Donnie says, "Make sure you stay behind me." Seeing you perfectly.
so you do think there's some more tremors here, but luckily you don't see any of the remora coming up out of the ground. You wonder. Maybe
If only our giants had remora who could fight their remoras. It'd be pretty good, huh?
Babies? Baby
Maybe
remorse?
remoras.
Eggs?
Man,
Here we
for
go.
now.
They can make an omelet.
Ah!
Us stealing eggs for the other giants would not have changed to this fight.
Maybe
Yeah.
not, but we still
Trained
should have.
Alright, so the battle continues to go well for Kaivara and her people, and after a few minutes of fighting, the enemies are driven away as the giants are trying to chase them down. Kaivara will approach the fort.
Wait, some of them were able to escape?
Well, they're trying to.
Okay.
I don't think she's that big. It's like that big. She's not as big as the other guy. She says, well done, friends. Thank you. Were you able to defeat their leader?
I took down a couple, yeah.
She says,
And
excellent.
she says this in common.
Show the belt.
She would probably be saying... I forget, did we say that she did
She does.
speak common?
She speaks common.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, then she'd be talking in common. She says, we have done it. We've driven out our enemy tribe. You've done us a great favor this day. Thank you.
It wasn't a favor. You owe us.
Of course. And I intend to help you. But let us let us celebrate a bit. And
First, we gotta go collect our spoils from the camp.
She nods. So her people approach the camp. They seem very happy with the assist from the group. They thank you in giant, which most of you don't speak, but she will tell you what they're saying. We could probably theater of the mind this. You don't have to use your tokens. And they as well are kind of looking around for some.
Donnie
Yeah.
finds some of his drinking companions and says, "Okay, you guys all owe me a drink tonight."
And they say, of course, Donnie. Well done. Well fought, little one. So,
I'm carving up the remoras.
carving up the remora. Remoras. So, Kaivara says, I believe you all should have first dibs on the spoils in the giant's tent. I think we owe you.
That is very kind of you.
Spoils. It's probably all just rocks.
Look for belts.
He did go in there and resupply his rocks, didn't
Picked up
he?
some more
Dear
rocks.
shit
I
feels
know,
out.
I know where I'll go for boulders. My bedroom.
You never know when you'll need some rocks. Just
Everybody?
big pile of them next to his bed.
I do
So-
think that this is the most depleted that Betha has ever been.
It doesn't most depleted. We all been. Fuck.
Well, actually, I should say, Betha's got 94 hit points. She's fine. But as far as her abilities to help you guys.
For spells. So what are you trying to get off the remora exactly? Just his essence?
Not sure what exactly I can say I want to grab from the remora, so yeah, I guess essence and stuff. Things that can be used to make things later.
So do you
Or
have
sell for.
nature or alchemy?
I have both.
Right, so you can use either of those.
Alright. All-purpose
I
tools.
would like to cast Detect Magic as a ritual and wander around.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so... Oh, go ahead.
was gonna say, I think Ivor and I are searching the giant's tent.
Theo yells out to all y'all, keep an eye out for belts, especially magic ones.
Alright, so Theo, you would gain 100 gold pieces worth of Remora essence. And you said you did have alchemy, so you can give me another alchemy or nature check. You might know something.
You want me to add that to the bag of holding?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I was not feeling well earlier today, and I thought I was doing okay, but now I'm not doing so well. I think I'm actually going to log off here a little bit early.
Take it easy, man.
Alright.
Hope you feel better.
You feel better, man.
Yeah.
Sorry about that to start and leave. But,
Hey, that's all right. You gotta take
at
care of
least I'm
yourself.
not dead.
At
Yes,
least you're
sir.
not dead.
Have a nice night, folks. Sorry.
Same
Thank
here.
you.
Night.
Good night.
Didn't do so good on that one.
No. So, you believe that there is a, like a fiery, piece of the remora that is, useful in certain, certain mixtures and, like, in the creation of certain magical items. It's one of the bones, but you're not sure exactly which one it is.
Can I use my metal hand to just feel each bone and grab the hottest one?
Well, it's got a bunch of spines coming out of its back that are all hot. So you're not sure. It's probably one of those, but you seem to remember it being a specific one you'd be looking for. If someone else has nature or alchemy, they might be able to help you out here.
Betha! Help me!
Aetha has both, but she takes 15 minutes to get over to you through the snow.
Vortex warp you over here as soon as he
see
sees
like a little, you just see like a little bit of snow on the surface moving as she's burrowing through it. It's like 3 feet and 5 feet of snow.
Did you say nature or alchemy or both?
Either or.
Okay, I'll use my alchemist tools. That
Okay.
gives me an extra bonus.
Yeah!
So you indeed know what Theo is talking about, and you identify one of the, I don't know if it would be called a bone, more like some kind of tusk coming out of the remora's back, maybe a ridge or something. But yeah, you identify the fiery remora ridge, and I'm guessing Theo's going to detach that.
Yeah!
Okay.
They can do that with a 24.
So yeah, you get that piece, which you believe would be or might be useful in the future.
What would that be labeled as for inventory?
I think on dinosaurs, I think they're called sails, like those little spines. No, maybe not. That might be the bigger, like, never mind. Okay.
I think the sails would be the frail bits.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, like I guess would it be called a spine? Like those bony.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was
Yeah.
thinking,
Yeah, on
I
the
think
back,
the
spines or spikes.
Dimetrodon was my favorite dinosaur as a kid, and I know their back thing is called a sail, but I guess it's more like a membrane, like a wing kind of thing. Yeah. Probably not the same thing.
Alright, so yeah, I guess you could call it a spine or something, like a fiery
Yeah.
or a spine. I don't know
Or
the
a-
exact word for it.
Or a quill.
Yeah, maybe a quill. That could be a good word too. But yeah, just basically like a spiny, pointy bone coming out of its back that's fiery.
It's a
What it
Remora
does?
spine special.
Sure.
Fire spine.
So, and you said a bunch you were searching around the king's tent. Give me perception checks. And Zalia, you were using detect magic.
Is there a limit on the quantity of perception checks?
No, anyone can look.
Okay.
Beldani, are you at disadvantage?
No.
Okay. Luckily, you were not knocked unconscious. So,
Oh,
yeah.
should I re-roll again because I did get knocked unconscious once?
Oh, for the for collecting the yeah, re-roll the 24, I guess. You might get a little bit less in terms of essence. Oh,
Ah!
there you go. So now you get the
Nice.
same essence. So there's a couple of things in here that you're noticing. The giant has a really big chest that's like 10 feet high. It's almost like a cabinet of sorts. I'm not sure how you even get that open, but it appears to be locked.
Too bad my gigantic hand.
Only
is
somebody
gone.
could pick lock.
If only we had a sneaky rogue with incredible rolls.
I'm assuming my thieves' tools would not be helpful in opening this chest.
No, probably not. The lock is enormous. But you do sense there is something magical inside, Zalia.
Is it big enough to crawl through the keyhole?
Maybe Betha could?
I could vortex warp somebody inside after gathering if I can see through the hole.
What are we looking at?
Feldoni, you would be put in a chest.
I've done.
You'll be the treasure.
I've done stupider things, so
What are we? Oh, is this in the big tent?
Yeah, in the giant's
Okay.
big tent.
Could I vortex warp Beldani inside?
If you climbed up and got line of sight into it, you probably could.
I can float up and...
Yeah, they get line of
Take a peek.
effect in there. Yeah, sure. So if you want, you kind of look through the hole there. And yeah, if you want, you can probably poof someone in.
Yep, I'll
Nice.
spin a
I'm
charge.
not sure how you'll get them out, but
If I can still see him, I can poof him back out. I got 5 more
Wait,
charges.
isn't he the one that needs to pick the lock? If he's inside, how are we gonna get him out?
Oh no, he can loot without having to pick the lock.
right. I can't actually pick the lock because my tools are not giant size.
I can't
Oh,
fabricate a
gotcha.
set of tools over an hour. Could I try making
Couldn't
them
you just
giant
stick
size?
your hand in there as if it were a tool at that point and
Wait a second.
muddle
Wait a
around?
second. Hold on.
Probably.
I might have. Is enlarge reduce on a creature only? Let me look here.
Betha,
Oh, that might
And
affect
lo-
his stuff.
with your
No, we-
wisdom, Betha, you might think that the giant does have the key on him somewhere.
He's already in the chest.
As they're using all these weird ways of getting through the chest.
I was gonna say, I'd probably-
enlarge reduce.
We
I have
used
enlarge reduce
that.
prepared.
I have his belt on me too. Can I just check it for a key after I send Beldani inside?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're dragging his belt around for some reason. Yes, there is a key inside, a really big key.
So, what do I see inside the chest as I am?
Inside this chest, you would see a couple of things. It looks like there is a large bunch of coins that is in several sacks in here. There's a pair of boots that's kind of off to the side, but not giant boots, like little person boots. There is also... Give me a... Well, no, actually, give me one moment. Let me check something.
Oh, Celia, why do you have detect magic going? Is this belt glowing?
I don't
Just
know.
add it to your list.
No, the belt isn't glowing.
I'm carrying the key like, no, Beldani,
Oh,
vortex weapons.
Yeah, after you poof him in, you're like, oh wait, there's a key on this thing.
That's a very Theo and Beldani maneuver for sure.
Yeah.
Pop it open once you're inside.
It's a dangerous combination.
Good thing it's not a giant mimic.
Holy shit, I didn't even think about that.
No, I haven't sprung any mimics on you all yet.
Oh, you threw one at us and almost got Bell.
Yeah.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I instantly tried capturing it with a chain.
It was in the hallway where we
think we
met
still
everybody's
have
favorite
it.
fiend.
In the illusion party.
Everybody's
Actually,
not favorite fiend.
Do we
Ivor
still
have
have
its
it?
corpse.
buddy.
Ivor put it in the bag of holding, but I don't know if it's still there after we left the illusion.
Beldani, you see in the dark, right?
Yes.
So it is very dark in here. Give me a perception check as you're looking around. You might notice something else.
I hope my mimic corpse didn't disappear. I was going to study that.
No, we still have it.
So
Probably in your room now.
Oh, that would be disadvantage because of the darkness as well. So give me another roll.
I'm pretty sure that's his reliable talent anyway.
No, actually, 20 is.
Oh,
20.
well, there it is.
All right. So yeah, there's some boots. There's a bunch of what you think are coins, probably in several sacks. Looking through, you also notice some sort of strange. It almost looks like some kind of emblem.
All right.
Oh, Lou, at
And
the
is
time
it
of
human size or giant size?
The emblem, it is giant size, so it's like almost the size of a, I guess like a
Shield?
large shield. Yeah.
by the time he did that perception, would I have put the key in and popped the top? Would there still be darkness in there?
Yeah. So if you want to open it, I'll say you maneuver the key in and maybe turn it using like your whole body to turn it sideways.
Still at 20.
As it clicks.
Donnie, push the bottom of this!
Okay. Donnie maybe hops up and eats the top of the chest open along with some of the rest of you opening it up.
Veldani's just in there with the boots in one hand, a bag of coin in the other. Found these boots.
What do I see
Professor,
glowing?
I think these are the magical things.
So you see the boots are glowing. The large emblem that Beldani is holding is glowing. And you would see what looks like a large holy symbol that's kind of on a chain, giant size, that is glowing. Do you have religion?
Me?
Yeah, Zalia.
I do, yes.
Give me a religion check. Oh, no, I guess you don't recognize the symbol.
Don't know that symbol, but I could give it some thought.
Yeah, it's definitely not one of the normal gods that is worshipped in Gaian.
Hey,
Thing is-
Bill. Oh, sorry.
Glowing?
Good to-
It is glowing, yeah, the symbol's magical.
Okay. And it's just the boots and the emblem that are glowing, the bags of coins are not.
No, those just look like a bunch of coins.
Did you see any belts, Bill?
No belts.
See if there's a false bottom. Gotta be a belt somewhere.
Can I climb in there?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably...
Said the magic words.
Especially Donnie, with Donnie there, he could just reach his hand down and hoist you up.
I'd like to climb in there and look around for magic doors. hidden doors,
Love it.
hidden
Secret
trap doors.
doors in the huge chest. Sure, give me a investigation as you start looking around in here.
And Miss Hill.
17. No, you don't think there's any hidden doors in here. It just seems like.
By the way, my passive investigation is 19.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. True. 19. But no, you don't think he has hidden anything in here. It looks like just the normal inside of a chest.
Okay, and it's all lit up now, and there are bags of coins. So I'm gonna. Are they big? Too big for me to lift?
It's a lot of coin. You could probably drag them. I mean,
Portable hole in the bottom of the
I mean,
chest.
if you just want to pick up one of the bags, because there are several, you would guess that these were probably stolen from someone who's human-sized, because they're. It's not like it's a huge giant sack. There's a bunch of smaller sacks. That are
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Are they smaller? Yeah. So I will one by one throw the sacks over the sides of the chest to whomever can catch.
Well,
them.
Donnie's in here.
In
We
there,
have
and
the-
he's got a
I was
portable
gonna
hole.
say I can open up the portable hole in the chest and we can just.
Once we stand there and watch her struggle to throw one of the bags over, then we're like, hey, we could just do this.
You assholes. All right. Yeah. Once we've cleared this whole thing into the portable hole, well, are you going to make them counters at a later date, or can I put them into the party treasure now? As far as how many?
Well, do you want to just take some time to count all these coins?
I just want to put them in.
We got smart people here, we can
while
count
I'm
fast.
thinking of it.
We'll
count 'em
when
later.
we do a rest.
All right,
yeah.
so you could just say, I don't know, maybe giant coin treasure or giant. Yeah, I guess coin treasure. It's just saying treasure. It could be a bunch of different things. So you can mark
Say
it.
coin hoard.
Yeah, sure, coin
Oh.
hoard.
But I mean, you just can't tell me.
We'll
what it
find
is.
out the amount whenever we take a rest and count it during that.
Alright, fine. Cue us
I
5
still have
sessions
to-
later.
Actually-
and it's like, where'd you get that money?
Yeah.
We're safe right
never
now.
the
Would y'all like-
bag.
You just
Would you
look
like
in
to
your
take a
bag,
short
you're
rest
like,
right
wait,
now?
where'd all this money come from? Like,
Would y'all be okay with a short rest right now, seeing as how we're pretty safe and surrounded by allies?
I do
Count the
think we
coins
should
while
have
we
a
short
rest
rest?
before we cross back through that forest, for sure.
Alright, Louie, count while short resting.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. So there's a lot of coins here. Let's see. That would be okay. So there's 8,000 gold pieces, 1,400 platinum pieces.
Nice.
And yeah, this looks like Dwarven Empire money. You can tell the symbols on it mark it as I forgot the name of the empire. One moment. It is the
Duroth or something? Or am I thinking of the wrong campaign?
Drogoth Empire.
Drogoth.
Yeah, the current Dwarven Empire. So you're almost positive that these giants stole it from a caravan or something, or maybe broke into a city or some kind of settlement and took it.
Okay, so it's just those two, just gold and platinum?
Yes. Strangely
Okay.
enough, you don't see any silver.
So I've put into the chat what everybody's share is, but obviously we're keeping it all in the bag of holding for the moment.
Alright, so don't add it to your sheets yet then. Unless you're splitting it up.
I mean, you can put it as a note that it's yours.
What's
This will
happening?
be really nice to have when we go back to the capital, and it costs us 25 gold a day to be there. Yay!
Too
We
soon.
can live like aristocrats now.
Now we can afford
Alright.
to get a studio in the capital.
There you
At least for a week. At least for a week.
So I'm gonna go find some rich dwarves whenever I get there. I got a background feature for that.
Yeah, let's live with some dwarves.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're also doing a short rest as you're doing
We are.
this.
I will not be counting. Other people will be counting. I will be trying to identify the boots and the emblem.
Alright, so the boots are boots of Elvenkind. And the emblem is... Just looking at it, it is...
There's not a way to put your gold in bag of holding with Beyond, is there?
Yeah, there is.
There
You
is?
have
Yeah.
you have to turn on use containers for coins. I'll help you find it. It's
Alright, we can
Yeah.
do that after the game.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like a hidden setting you have to toggle because it's beta.
Awesome.
You think that this emblem was made, most likely forged by a giant. Give me a history check. See if you can identify more about it.
Instead of that, I'd probably.
Yeah, you believe this is the work of the fire giants. So this is probably
And we
stolen
spend
from them.
10 minutes of the spend 10 minutes of the rest with Celia telling us all about everything she knows about this guy.
Yep.
And fire giants in general.
Yeah, we're talking about fire giant society.
Yeah, if you're talking about giants, Theo is fucking listening.
Mm-hmm.
What does it do?
I'm trying to send that, but Discord is being laggy, which is rare. Oh, here we go. Boop. That's what it does.
Oh. Auntie, this might come in handy for you. It's an emblem. I believe it's really only used by religious people. It has like 3 charges. If you or
I know what
someone
it is.
going to get hit critically with something, you can use your reaction to turn it to a normal hit.
Yes. Love it.
This was on my wish list. Thank you, Lou. Oh, this is wonderful. Let me take a look at that.
So, Guardian Emblem.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, I assume that we're gonna put that right into your inventory there.
Does that
that's okay, yeah.
resize to her whenever she goes?
Oh,
Yeah.
good
To
point.
attune to
All
it and
magic
stuff?
things do that. It
Yeah,
goes-
so if you attune to it, it should shrink down.
I might need help getting it into my bag.
Got
Or
a
I guess
short
we
rest.
We can toss it in the in the portable hole. Can I?
Well, during the short
attune
rest,
to
you
it?
could attune to it if you want to.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a long. All right.
No, it's a short rest.
Then I'll do that.
And then these boots, as far as I can tell, will make you quiet. Boots of Elvenkind, they're called.
Question: with me having mithril, or if I got mithril armor and then wore those, would they stack together?
No.
I
No?
don't believe
Okay.
So.
But with no, I'm wearing the boots of flying. Bill, you already have a pair of these, right?
I do.
That's yeah.
Who has the most trouble with stealth?
Me?
But you can't wear them both.
Yeah, I like my flying.
All right. Who has the next most trouble with stealth?
Donnie?
He's not going to give up
him.
his either.
Oh yeah, he's not
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
give him winter boot.
They're warm
Well-
and comfy, and I can run on the snow stuff.
Does anybody
I mean,
have a
based
free
on
attunement
the-
slot that would like flying?
It's not attuned, so I don't believe, is it? Are
Wait,
No,
I
the-
thought they were
Oh.
boots of Elvenkind.
I
Boots
forget,
of
yeah,
the Elven do not
you're right.
require
Do
attunement.
not. The cloak is. If it doesn't require attunement and we're looking for a place to put them, I will not say no.
Well, I was asking if somebody has an attunement and would like to use the boots of flying, they could use them, and I'd use those. But yeah, you being stealthy would be very smart. Sly Devil.
Slide up.
Boots
Yeah, I do
fly,
not.
Friday.
I do not have attunement free for your boots.
I do.
Well, they were yours originally. Zalia, would you like to fly on command?
Sure would.
There you go.
You have to keep track of how long you've used them, but it's 4 hours in a day, so unless you're flying for great distances, it's good.
Yeah, it's probably okay unless you're doing long range flying.
Hang on, wait. Didn't you say that you have mithril?
No, it's if I got myth. That was a what if question. I'm wearing
Oh,
adamantine
yeah,
right now. But I do am in stealth mode, so that cancels out the disadvantage from my adamantine. So if I put these on, I'll have advantage on my stealth checks, which
Well,
means I can't actually follow after Bell whenever he goes disappearing.
That's a good question. I'm gonna look at the way that mithril is written, and I'll get back to you.
Generally, David, one of my dreams for Theo is being stealthy enough to actually follow behind you and give you backup in those situations.
That would be awesome.
Help you go steal something. If it doesn't step in the way of you and your
So
buddy,
actually,
Neil.
Actually, mithril and the boots would work together because mithril doesn't give you advantage. It says that an armor that would give you advantage doesn't. So you actually could do both.
That was more me asking a hypothetical because of Wednesday I'm in Mithril, and I was thinking about it for that, but this one it is. I also have my Interceptor mode, so that's pretty much the Mithril effect on whatever armor I'm wearing.
So are we good with that?
Yes, you boots of flying, me, Elvin, unless Ivor, would you really like having them?
Well, hang on a minute. So dampening field actually does give you advantage on stealth checks. So dampening field and the
It
boots,
does?
yes, they would not stack.
Then you should keep
Oh.
the boots of flying because you've made a really good use of those.
Alright, I need to reread the stealth field. Shit.
In which case, let's give the boots of Elvenkind to Ivor.
Alright.
I promise this is not a long con to get the boots.
Oh no, I know you won't force me. It's more so me being like, oh damn, I can't believe I misremembered that so bad.
It's Inception. You have to make them think the idea was theirs.
Yep, it gives advantage on stealth checks. Damn.
Very well.
Do you know that we still have a luck stone no one's carrying? Do
What?
We do?
I thought
Yeah.
Ivor had that.
Well, see, what had happened was I got it from Daniel literally the day that I had a walking stick commissioned, and at that point it was not worth the exchange.
So you had
Yep.
finer quality things put in your hand and were like, yeah, no, I gotta stick with this. I understand as the crafter of that finer
I
quality
think,
thing.
Dahlia, you've got spell slots or attunement slots available, don't you?
Do you have an attunement slot available?
You should carry
Luckstone.
that.
Better than not
I mean,
using it
if
at all.
if you get something better later, fine, but it'll help out now. That helps
Yeah.
anyone.
I will.
Also,
the emblem I just got took my third slot.
technically right now, I could still, because I haven't leveled up to do the change out my infusion, I could let Zayla use Boots of Flying while I just infuse another pair to be Boots of Flying, like before.
Not that you want to waste a slot on that when you could do more important things with your slot.
You are right! I have a free infusion slot! Wait, no, because of my armor stuff, that technically isn't a floating... I have to redo my infusions.
Well, let's talk about it at length another time.
Yeah.
For the moment, I will attune to the Luckstone.
Okay. So there's a lot of celebrating going on as the giants kind of raid this place, take a bunch of the ale that has been made, and they're all drinking. Donnie probably joins them. I don't know if you all want to go join them, or if you're just going to hang out in the...
Of course, go join! I could go flirt.
Okay, you go.
Do we find anything else in any of the rest of the camp?
There is a lot of other supplies that the giant tribe is sort of claiming, like furs and skins, food, but nothing like on the level of gold or magical items. That was mostly held by the chieftain, it looks like. And
All right,
probably mostly as trophies. Like, you don't think they used a lot of these. The only other
Sure.
thing that you haven't done anything with is that weird symbol that's magical.
Well, I thought that was the emblem.
No, the emblem is was separate, but there's also the weird symbol that is some sort of holy symbol.
Good. Identify that as well. I thought that was the emblem.
That's
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
too.
Then that was no, that is not the emblem. The emblem is separate. So the holy symbol, which is also very large. I think I just closed it. Is a symbol of Vaprak the Destroyer, which is the thing that the trolls and apparently this guy worships as well. The people of which basically eat the trolls to gain regeneration.
Yeah.
Would there
I-
be a way to get rid of a magic? Well, it might be an item.
Well, let's find out what it does first, shall we?
So what it does.
And meanwhile, Ivor, can you help me with this? And help me do some welding and attach this emblem to my breastplate.
Did you say Ivor?
Or sorry, I meant Theo.
I was like, yeah. No.
Well, you can just like make a lot of fire. You might be good at welding. Have you ever tried Ivor?
I got this.
The goggles now too, so
Yeah,
be a whole
you look
look.
like a real welder.
What goggles?
Goggles at night.
No, Basic got the goggles tonight.
I was like, I don't have goggles at night.
He
That's
doesn't
what I
need
mean.
ways to see.
Wait.
I-
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Betha being a
Oh,
welder.
no.
Me welding, using my goggles as safety glasses.
That's what Theo does with his night vision goggles. They're magic items, so if something flings out and hits them, they're more likely not to break. The ultimate in safety glasses.
Your devil to do the welding for you.
Yeah.
I have
Sorry,
to say,
I'm looking for something. One moment.
this
Wait, no,
game-
don't let the devil mess with the guardian emblem. You might curse it or something. Not you, Ivor Tinder.
Well, it
Hey,
says I
that
can
man,
attach
that
it
devil has done nothing wrong to any of you.
to any of us. Yeah.
Yes,
There's
he's
nothing
just
wrong with
teaching
that.
one of-
Him
he's just
opening
teaching
a
one of my
door,
best
starting a
friends how to make
battle.
soul contracts.
Yeah, he started a battle to fucking take care of that dude before he did whatever the fuck he was doing.
I really needed sleep, and he interrupted my sleep.
Blame me for that. I told
I
him
do.
to. Yeah, he didn't do anything.
I told him to, or the truth comes out.
Was that in the illusion bunker?
Yeah.
Lou, is my mimic corpse still in my bag of holding, or did that disappear whenever we left?
You didn't have a bag of holding. It was in ours, and you took it out when we took everything out back at the capital.
Did I? Yeah, so that'd be in mine now.
Or
Yeah,
be in your
probably
room,
in your
like at the
room.
capital, maybe. Yeah.
No, I got a bag of holding. It stays in there so I can study it on command.
Food. Yep.
Alright,
You never know when you gotta throw a mimic at somebody.
I gotta whisper
Right.
something
Not
to
keep food in there.
Azalea. One moment. I don't. Wait, did you ask if you had your mimic corpse?
Yes.
I don't know. Do you?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Well,
we
we
did.
encountered
We had
it
it in the portable hole, but
Yeah. Okay, so I do have my mimic corpse.
yeah.
it
Yes.
might be really stinky at this point, but it's
Really
probably like when you open the bag, like, man, what's that smell in there?
It's to keep people from digging through my bag.
Honestly, the portable hole still smells like dead mimic. It's disgusting.
Do you have to summon the like? Okay, so you know how you have to summon or like whatever you want to get out of the bag of holding. Like maybe like does the aroma waft out without you summoning it?
Mm-hmm. It still exists
does?
inside of there. It's just more
Okay.
so like an Accio spell whenever you put your hand over
Gotcha.
the top of the bag.
Okay, that makes sense.
Somebody
You need
goes
a
to
bag of
sleep when you...
holding.
I do so bad, but they probably don't exist. I have thought about that.
In Critical Role, they have a bag of clothing that they keep.
It's a bag of holding, except it preserves
There's a
parts that
chest.
are put
Well,
inside.
there's a chest of preservation in 5e.
Yeah.
There's one that exists in Storm King's Thunder, I know, because I'm running that game and the party sent it back to their villa in Neverwinter to act as their fridge.
That's a good
As
way of
one
thinking.
does.
I was just thinking of glyph warding to enchant, like, Frost Touch or something. That's a good idea for a fridge, too.
I mean, you'd have to read past it every time someone opened the damn thing.
True.
Alright, I sent it to
Well, there's probably an elemental you can bind to the box to make it cool things down.
Oh yeah, because if you have the wherewithal to bind an elemental, that's what you can use it for.
Yes, because if you're powerful enough to bind elementals, you're probably crazy enough to do something like that.
And if you're binding elementals to serve as refrigeration, you're pissing off some people. I tell you what.
This holy symbol is a little bit veiled. I can see that it has some regenerative properties, but I'm not going to tell you what they are because I know some of you, and I'll look at Baldani and Ivor, would wear it anyway. But there's more to it than this, and I want to study it at length. So when I have an opportunity, I'll do some legend lore on it. For now, I think we should put it in the bag of holding.
You cut out for a second for me. Who was it you looked at?
Beldani
Ivor and Beldani.
the
Who just put shit
suicidal
on.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Can I see it?
No.
No.
I want to press the
Okay, Mom.
button.
Nope.
I see going into the bag of holding and not into the portable hole. So
Definitely in the bag of holding.
And it's an amulet.
Yes, it's an amulet.
Well,
it was an
it's
emblem.
sort of like a amulet / holy symbol, because it.
Okay.
Well,
Is it worn around the neck?
I guess you didn't recognize.
Literally wrote to me while wearing this amulet, so I assume.
Yeah, no, but I
He
think
said the ring.
Sorry, what?
Then you wrote the ring causes. So is it an amulet or a ring?
No, it is a holy symbol, but I wasn't sure if anyone recognized which god it was of.
It's like a brooch.
Yeah, I mean, when you say holy
It's
symbol,
So
Look
jewelry.
is it like a
Like a-
patch?
A pin or
So it's a chain with a like metallic symbol attached to it. So it's kind of like
Okay.
an amulet, but also kind of like a holy symbol on the chain.
Can't they
An
be both?
amulet's something you hold, so it's like a necklace.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought an amulet was a necklace.
I thought you wore an amulet around the neck. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
That's what I
No,
thought.
an amulet can be anything. It's just a thing you hold.
Alright, so
You
yeah,
can put it
it's definitely something you'd wear around your neck, and it does look like some sort of holy symbol. But
Right.
Does anyone else have religion? Someone else might recognize it.
Sure do not.
Okay.
Faitha, do you have religion?
But you just told
do
me
not.
when I was identifying
Ah,
it
right.
that it was a symbol of the Baprak.
Yes, which now that you use identify, I guess you would know because of the name of it. So you
What
could
does the Vaprak symbol look like?
That is a
I'm
good
just curious.
question.
Sorry, no, you don't have to
Giant
spend
troll.
time on it. It's fine. Giant eating a troll.
Question: if some of those giants do escape, I'm saying quietly to Ivor, should we make a stop by those trolls and try and like put something in there that says "Do not interact with the former ice giants you interacted
What does
with"?
the Vaprak symbol look like?
Or did you already put something like that in there?
I don't think that these everlasting ones can fit inside the caves.
It's more so them potentially after the few days limit we gave them going out and seeking out the everlasting ones.
A taloned claw.
If they want to get themselves sacrificed to some giants, they are certainly free to do so.
It doesn't have a picture of it. Well, that's annoying. So, according to the description, it is a severed taloned claw, almost like I guess a troll hand, kind of, since Vaprak himself used to be a troll.
Even if they do try and reconnect with the frost or everlasting ones, they'll probably poison them.
Well, they're responsible for them.
I mean, the worst case scenario is the four of them sacrifice themselves each to the giants, and then we've made 4 everlasting ones, and that's manageable.
Are you talking about the children?
I
Hey,
thought
Beltane,
we put in
are they
the contract that they
Coming
couldn't do
from your
that.
mouth yet?
Actually, I
Did
think
we
you're
put
right.
in the contract that their children couldn't?
No,
No,
but we did put in the contract that they
No,
I'm just saying.
I mean, if they want to let their kids get sacrificed to some giants, that's on.
Apparently, it's an honor.
Zealotry makes people do
Procreate so
crazy
that their
things.
children can. All right, cool. Yeah, so I put that amulet into my bag.
Okay. Yeah. So that is it. Those was that 4 or 5 things? 4 things, I think.
3.
The
Emblem,
boots,
the
boots,
boots,
emblem.
The amulet thing, and the gold, right?
Okay.
Money.
Yeah.
So 4 and counting the gold.
So with respect to the question of socialization, yeah, I'll say, at this point, I would be, on board with hanging out with the giants and like drinking with them if they have, wares small enough for me to drink from, just to sort of like continue to ingratiate myself with the community. I think we've done a good job doing that already, but I think that, spending some time just chilling with them could assist in that as well.
Donnie will too. Are they partying here, or are they headed home to party?
Currently they're partying here because they're just basically drinking all the booze of these guys.
I'll definitely join them.
Did the everlasting ones make good booze or have good booze? Just curious.
Probably just
Step up zombies.
Oh, they might have stolen it from caravans.
So some of it you think they did brew, which doesn't taste very good, but there's also other casks that are smaller that do taste a little bit better, which might be stolen.
So I'm going to go ahead, grab one of those casks, put into my bag of holding for Donnie later, just in case I make him mad. I don't know if they just be labeled as
Donnie's
cask
like-
of alcohol.
Well, Donnie's drinking a bunch of it now with the giants.
Well, is there only a couple casks, or are there enough here to where I can put one away for later?
Crash one.
Yeah, you could probably grab one. I don't think there's a lot.
Alright.
There's like a whole part of the fort that's just filled with booze.
Awesome. So yeah, do that. Keep an eye out for the blacksmith in case he came to battle. give him a pat on the back and all that jazz, and then try to flirt with Chiefess.
Yeah, the blacksmith Woostog is there. Why can't I find... Oh, because I moved
Sorry,
him.
did we get our short rest? I didn't put in hit points.
Yes, your short rest passed, so you could spend it if you want. Tyron is there as well, though he's not drinking. He's more keeping an eye out. Raldo showed up, and what's his name? Chevreau is also there. So everyone's there now, kind of celebrating the victory.
Make sure to celebrate some of Chevreau.
Oh yeah,
And our guide.
Chevreau's hanging out. He's happy. He's drinking. Raldo drinking a little bit less. He's still a little bit uncomfortable around these giants, even if they are supposed to be your allies.
Tell him drink until you feel comfortable around him.
I'll be fine, thank you. He just kind of keeps his distance.
Shrug my shoulders. Go off to have fun.
Yeah, so Ivor, you are...
You said we did accomplish our short rest.
Yes, you did finish your short rest. You finished that pretty quickly. There was still some kind of cleaning up as all the giants came in, so you can all spend a short rest and benefit from it.
Okay.
But you said you were trying to speak with all these people, yes?
Yeah.
Giants. So
Mhm.
give me a probably persuasion
Okay.
if you're trying to improve your
Standing. And this would be after the short rest.
yeah.
Any chance for advantage for us killing the chief of the bad guys?
Well, I mean, they're already they already think highly of you.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I of course have a thing on standby. We'll see if I need it.
Okay.
We'll go ahead. I'm gonna send it. Just see if I can
Get it over to him.
get that 20 barely.
21. So yeah, you drink a little bit with them. You talk to the chiefess, and she is definitely entertained by some of your stories and your hanging out.
Ivor, put in a good word for me.
You
Do
wingmanning Theo.
not like overtly. I'm not trying to make it awkward. I'm here for the cultural and political benefits of making allies with.
There are cultural benefits.
To you,
Yes.
getting
Learning more intimate knowledge about their culture.
that's not a. That's a
Intimate
personal
word.
benefit. That's
I mean,
an
are you-
academic benefit.
So are you actually trying to romance her?
Theo is full on trying to
Oh my
flirt
god.
and romance.
Even though that you're like 1/4 her size.
I can make potions of growth pretty quick.
Oh, dear God.
Those last for up to 4 hours. Any longer, call your
Call
doctor.
your doctor. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright. Okay. So, how would she respond to that? I guess you could
Just to be clear, that is not what my check for is at all.
Yeah, no. That's what I assumed. You were more just trying to, get in good with the tribe. So
Yeah,
Theo,
no relation.
Theo's getting good in with the tribe is through the blacksmith and stuff. This is full on him being like, that's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
She's so tall. I guess. I don't know. Give me a persuasion
She'd make me
check.
feel safe. Alright,
I'll
the
turn-
inspiration.
Okay. Sure.
As we observe this from afar, I'll turn to Beldani and say, "Did I ever tell you about the time he kept a woman in his basement for like a month?"
Beldani's
Whoa!
jaw just drops.
Well, Donnie just spits out a bunch of booze, probably.
Okay,
Wait,
it
what?
just got real
He was-
creepy.
Some sort of demoness or something. He was hiding her there.
Oh,
She was...
okay.
Wait, did
Now
that
I don't
happen?
want to.
It was not non-consensual. It was more so keeping her safe from Zalia.
She was a witch, or I don't know, something quite. Anyway,
She's something awesome.
she was rather dangerous and eventually ran away. Thank God.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're all sitting around the huge fire talking. Were you saying something, Ivor?
I was just gonna ask Theo if he had any flashes of genius left for his own benefit.
Oh, oh.
I
You sound
think I
so
used-
resigned to that.
I think you used them all.
Yeah, I used them to try and keep people alive and stuff, so I can't
Okay.
use it while trying to flirt.
What a
Can I use
shame!
them-
I can't use flash of genius to bone this
Flirt.
giant.
He did use it to flirt the last time, so
Actually, you're
That
right.
was-
He did.
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
more inspiration.
went
I've
back-
only used inspiration on her, except for the first time whenever we were in that whole meeting thing.
Alright.
Twice
So,
you used it on her.
so I'm not going to
That's
roleplay this too much, but I'll say that she finds you amusing as you talk to her. She's enjoying talking to you. She finds probably a lot of your talk about, because I assume you're going to talk about like inventing and engineering and all the stuff that you do as an artificer.
More so with her talking about sites I've seen, places I've been, like describing the world through Theo's lens.
Oh, so less about your actual inventing?
Yeah, not going into the invention stuff with her. It's full on trying to connect. She seems like somebody who'd appreciate getting descriptions of great scenes and stuff that we've been in. And polish, like, boost up a bit of Theo's more heroic moments a bit more.
Alright. So, yeah, she seems kind of interested in that. She would inquire more about, like, your magic sort of mixed with science, like your actual artificer powers.
I would get excited and talk to her about that until notice she seems a bit.
She seems
Wait,
very interested in the ability of your people to create these, like, magnificent scientific things to, like, increase their power. Because most of her culture is through, like, might and skill in battle and raw strength. So seeing, like, these small creatures able to stand toe-to-toe with giants kind of fascinates her a little.
I would tell her that I'm more aiming for my way, in particular, to be used more for defending what one already has and stuff, but always willing to teach anybody who wants to learn the ways of artificing.
As well, I would certainly be interested in learning more at some point, giving you a bit of a smile. Give me another persuasion check with advantage.
Nice.
Awesome.
Advantage. Alright, so yeah, you kind of talk to her some more as everyone's drinking and having fun. What are the rest of you doing during this time as it gets like into evening and everyone is kind of celebrating and staying by the fire? She plans to stay here the evening just to kind of keep an eye on the fort and probably take all the supplies and move out, leaving guards behind to watch in case they try to reestablish.
I did get a 21 on my persuasion check just with the entourage. I don't know if that results in anything.
So
Mostly just trying to. I mean, I know that between us and the frost giants, there's still a little bit of a like, I don't know about these people or whatever. So I'm just hoping that I'm trying to continue the process of making the frost giants just like
So I guess
plainly okay with us.
who are you talking to mostly out of the frost giants? Are you kind of like out of the main frost giants who are you trying to talk to?
I would actually say that if I already have, and I don't remember them necessarily by name, but we already have a good relationship with Tyron.
There's
And-
Tyron, there's Kaivara, you know Vustag from his meetings with Theo, as a blacksmith. There's some other soldiers, but you don't know them too well, so maybe like just in general the tribes people.
That's probably exactly who I would be trying to spend time with. Specifically, anybody that I know was involved in the battle just now. I will basically be trying to just hang out with them and drink with them and sort of celebrate a job well done with them.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, but they don't speak common, do they?
No, they only speak giant. I guess you could get Donnie to try to translate.
He would be arm wrestling people and stuff too, so
Yeah.
he'd probably be down with just going around
He's
here.
probably drunk arm wrestling people.
That's true.
with all of his disadvantages.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Not
if
doing
she's
very
willing,
well.
I might try to ask Zalia for a favor in the way of casting tongues on me again. But that is up to her.
Damn, I don't have a.
Oh, I think Zalia stepped away.
She did.
Oh yeah, she did. Okay.
So we can
Well,
wait
we
till...
can circle back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else doing anything?
If there is music playing,
Oh, of course.
well, Donnie's gonna,
Yeah.
of course, break out a little dance. This one is more somber of a dance than you have seen before. That seems, well, anyone who's familiar with the Raven Queen would recognize it as a rite of death dance.
Okay.
I wish that I knew enough about the Raven Queen to appreciate that.
So the giants, I mean, I guess you could do a performance check.
Oh, what? Oops. That would be, that was not performance, that was persuasion.
Okay, so yeah, you do your dance. The giants might be a little confused, as they are not used to dancing that is this full of technique. They're just more used to stomping around and kind of silly dancing. But they do kind of appreciate the artistry in your dance, and you get a couple of I don't know if it would be cheers, but whatever giants do, maybe maybe some cheers. Ah, well done, little one. And Zaylee, are you back?
I am.
I think Ivor was gonna ask you for a favor.
I was gonna
Okay.
ask if you would be willing to cast tongues on me so I could go around and mingle with the giants who were in the battle, so I could continue to make relation with the frost giants as a whole.
Love to do that, but I'm afraid I'm out of spell slots. Let me see if
Oh,
I got
yeah.
any. They had anything for my. No, I already used my arcane recovery, so
Okay, so in that case,
I can
Uh,
cast comprehend languages as a ritual, so you can at least mime to them.
You can know
I
what
don't
they're
think-
saying, but you couldn't respond.
I could respond in common, right? Well, they wouldn't know what I was saying.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so
nod your head, shake your head, all that.
Yeah, I will
There is
cast
nonverbal
comprehend
communication.
languages on you. So I mean, for whatever good that does.
no,
If
it's
somebody
okay.
can
It's a-
non-verbally communicate super well, it's Ivor.
I literally have no more spell slots except for level 1s.
Nope, that's fine. I'm saying I do not need comprehend languages if we don't have tongues. It's fine. So do Tyron Tyron doesn't speak common, does he? And neither does the other guy, the blacksmith.
I believe I think Donnie was always the one who talked to Tyron. I think Kaivara is the
Yeah.
only one who spoke common. And she
Okay,
is
so-
having an involved discussion with Theo right now.
Okay, so we'll say if it was before or after, since I only have the capacity to communicate in common right now, then my attempts to improve relationships with the tribe would have been with her.
Okay, so you might talk to her as well. And what exactly are you going to talk to her about?
I think I would be trying to leverage this successful operation as a sort of representation of the good that can transpire between frost giants and, humanoid races when, cooperation is chosen as the method of communication as opposed to hostility.
So she would agree, but she would say, I can almost guarantee you that if I or any of my people approached one of your towns, we would be shot at almost immediately by your crossbows and catapults.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps for the meantime, it will be sufficient to have the tribe keep to itself, much as you have been, and we can tell stories of this interaction to the people of Dezoric, and after a time, perhaps you can work in harmony with them. But something tells me it will take some time to convince them.
If Theo is there while I was talking and stuff, he'd also point at his artificer buddy, and he has the ear of some people with power in town, so him being able to tell them what happened here could probably go a long ways towards friendship between you and Discord.
Yes,
And who was it?
I would be happy to tell them, but she is right. It is unlikely that any of the nobler families would be willing to openly speak with the giants, though maybe in secret this is possible.
Just remember, with the mining and the lumber working, having partners who are this big could definitely help that.
He nods.
Just so. Who was it that was still a little bit uncomfortable about being with the giants? Was it Chevreau or was it Boulder Bottom? Boulder Bottom.
The guide. He's kind
Okay.
of keeping off to himself.
Okay. Perhaps also as part of the goings on, I would just be talking to him, basically saying, look, man, this went really well, despite, fears that it could go sideways. It didn't.
He says,
Because I know that his opinion also carries some weight in the community of Dezoric.
He says, it did go very well. Everyone's alive, and you all managed to take this fort, driving out a dangerous and hostile giant tribe. What's your point?
My point is perhaps you do not need to fear them as much as you... Well, I don't know that I would use the word fear. I don't mean to impose that you are afraid of them, but perhaps you do not need to be so leery of them after conversation has begun. They can be valuable allies over time.
He says, they possibly could be. I don't really speak their language, though, so I don't have a way of communicating. And I can tell you from experience that a friendship with giants might work between smaller groups, but over time it will develop into wars between them and the shorter folk.
Perhaps you're right. Time will tell.
He says, but I'm mostly just not a talkative person. You seem like one who talks a lot. It's never been my thing. I've always been more comfortable by myself on the outskirts. There's only a few people I've made friends with, and yeah, I don't see anything happening with these giants. I don't think the big blue lady wants to talk with me. She seems like she's enjoying your friend's company.
Yeah!
Smiles.
For a long, long time, I was also actually not very talkative, and it was a skill that I picked up. So I understand where you're coming from, and I just thank you for participating in this adventure with us. I'll leave you to it.
As I have a good night. I'll keep an eye out on things. See if, well, I guess when you have a chance, I'd like to know more about where we're going, although I assume Kaivara is going to tell us.
That's what I was going to say, is that I would probably, at some point in the evening, go and sit over with him and sort of consult on the map that I have, and perhaps start to plan a little bit around that.
Okay, so it's getting pretty late. You all have been here all day. It's getting towards night. They're setting camp. Their scouts are keeping an eye out. If you go and approach her, what are you saying to her?
Talking about Boulder Bottom.
Oh,
But I will approach her.
Okay.
And I will say, this is rather successful, I should say.
He says, yes, this turned out much better than I could have hoped. And I have you all to thank for it. So thank you again for all your hard work.
I'm so happy you're pleased. I wonder, we did talk about an exchange of information.
Oh, of course. And I was going to talk to you all about that. So there are a couple of ways to get to the tower that you asked about. There is the one...
I called over my friend Mr. Boulder Bottom. I believe he would like to hear this as well. He's our guide.
Oh, yes, of course.
So I'll call
Yeah, you kind of motion over to him, and he would walk over.
And obviously, I won't be able to stop our resident rogue from singing. He's probably still dancing.
I was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
say I am continuing to dance, but I have an ear completely focused on this
Well,
conversation.
he's probably sitting, he's probably near the fire too, because there's a huge roaring fire in the middle of camp, like this big bonfire they built. So I'm assuming
Hear sparrow
Beldani
call.
is like dancing on the other side of it, making all these neat-looking shadows.
I'm not trying to be secretive, so whoever happens to hear.
Yeah, most of the giants are probably around this fire at this point. Those who aren't keeping an eye out or scouting.
My book and my map out, and I'll take notes as she talks.
So she says there's a couple of ways to get where you want to go. The more dangerous way is going through the dragon's territory, which would require a lot of climbing and put you at the mercy of the ancient white dragon and its ability to fly by and attack while you're going over treacherous areas. There's also a tribe of kobolds that worship it, and I know there are hundreds of them, so they would probably be an issue. One way that's a little bit easier is going through the mountain, through an old dwarven kingdom that has been taken over by the fire giants. It's more of a city than a kingdom, an old dwarven city that kind of goes through some of the deeper mountain passages.
We're going into the mines of Moria.
Kind of, but giants and
Meet
not
a friend
like
and
orcs.
enter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you'd have to kind of go through the city partially into some old volcanic caves. And if you go that route, you should be able to find a way into the area of the tower that will bypass the dragon. She says, I have a map actually that I was going to give you, several maps, and she takes out some papers and kind of hands them over to Boulder Bottom, who would nod and start looking at them. She says, I found these I got these off of a dwarven group that died in the mountains a long time ago. We managed to recover some of their things, and I found this map that goes, it marks a route through the territory.
Excellent.
So,
So
go ahead.
I'll have a look at the maps and ask her any questions about them as well.
So there are a couple of dangers. Obviously, the fire giants, but also the fire giants are allied with some deep dwarves. I believe they're called Dwager. They also inhabit the old city, and they are allies to the fire giants and will most likely attack you if they see you. But if you can get past them and the fire giants into the volcanic tubes, make your way through there, it should bring you to the old tower deep within the Varafell mountain range.
And
Question.
they're at
about-
war with the fire giants. Oh, Theo and
Yes,
we're going into the mines of Moria, basically.
Yeah, I heard about deep dwarves. Would they be so aggressive if one can talk the talk of dwarf?
I mean, they are allies to the fire giants. I'm sure,
Mm.
as with any race, you might be able to convince some to help you if they are maybe not as friendly, but overall their people work with the fire giants, so it's unlikely
Giant.
they'll just allow you to pass.
Are the fire giants allies to the white dragon?
No, the fire giants are not, though they do have a young red they've trained. I don't know where they keep it. I think it's somewhere within their halls.
And you said this dragon is only young. And the
Yes.
white dragon that we've seen, that is, we believe,
Ancient.
an adult or even older, right?
I believe it is an ancient one.
Very well.
If I
Between the
may.
two, I'd much rather deal with a young one.
If I may, what types of supplies might be of great value to them down there in the mountain that would perhaps aid any of our attempts to make an agreement?
Well, they've taken over the great forges of the dwarves that they use to smith large metals and armors for themselves. I don't know much about the gods they worship, but I believe their gods help them with their forging abilities. So they do a lot of mining, and they have slaves who they forced to mine. I think some dark dwarves and possibly other creatures they've captured within the mountains, but I don't know much about what they do. My people stay away from those areas.
We knew from
How-
previous conversations that the fire giants and the frost giants have been at war, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
they mentioned that.
Now, how big would their forces be compared to y'all's forces?
They have many more than we do. They've been within the mountain for a long time. Like, I believe they may have rode out the cataclysms in there.
So, as hypothetical potential plan, if we were backing you on an assault through the fire giants' fortress, do you think that would even the odds more?
Says, no, there's no way we'd assault them. They would destroy us.
So it's
Yeah.
not so much a matter of a few more fire giants. It's an order of
A
magnitude.
whole lot more.
Yes.
Plus, they have fortifications,
So
which
their
doesn't.
home
a-
territory.
It is a large settlement, and they have better armaments than we do.
So we would have to sneak at least partway through
Yeah,
their domain.
She says you don't have to go into the heart of their city. In fact, your path would just touch the edges of it. Once you go partway through, and I think she will show you one of the maps,
Yeah.
which
He's given us all the maps already. Boulder Bottom's looking them over.
so
Oh, that's right.
It happened while you were AFK.
Oh, anytime a map's put down, I'll just touch it and make it pop up bigger around us.
Oh, actually, I might,
Artificers.
download the updated one. Did I download it? I drew it up. I might not have put it in yet. Let me grab that real quick.
We don't feel miraculously stronger than we did earlier, do we?
No, I didn't level up.
Damn!
After that fucking onslaught. That's right,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
on the cusp.
We gotta go kill all the giants and
Yeah.
the fire
Yeah.
fortress. Then we'll
Just go commit a little just giant genocide.
that and take out the ancient white. Then we'll be close to level up.
Yeah.
I was thinking the ancient white dragon might be less of difficulty than the fire giants and the deep dwarves and the not
Well,
to mention
you don't have to, as she said, for the giants, you don't have to go through their whole city. You just have to kind of touch the outskirts of it and make your way into what was it, a volcanic
Tubes, you said.
tubes, yeah.
And I know I'm not
Well,
normally.
there might be
super-
other enemies in there, but no, you don't have to go directly against the whole giant force.
Just swim through lava tubes then.
Well, hopefully
Fine,
they
maybe.
wouldn't actually have lava in them. At
We've
least
been
not
in a
all
lava
of them.
tube before.
Not all of them will have lava in them. Maybe some of them would.
I like her. Well, Belle, between you and Betha, we can be quite stealthy.
this is true.
I've also recently acquired these handy-dandy boots, which will help somewhat.
And I'm in infiltrator mode, so he hops up and down and his armor doesn't make a sound.
I'm naturally very quiet.
Ah!
Uh, yeah, give me one sec. I'm just.
I'm gonna loudly tell you all how quiet I am. For a while.
Mhm. Had a couple of drinks, had some cider.
Had some cider.
I'm very quiet.
Very, very quiet. I know what you're talking about.
Hell yeah. We're having a party with giants right now. That's fucking awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
What's your bucket list?
On this character, yes. On Wednesday character, worst nightmare right now.
I still gotta ask you about that fucking thing.
It's some cool flavor.
It is cool, I just gotta know why.
Alright, so deep within the mountains, you will make your way through a bunch of mines and caves, coming into this first area of the old Dwarven Empire. You basically just have to sneak your way through this. It's not really a city, but there are a bunch of fire giants there. She says you definitely don't want to go through the gate, but off to the side there are some tunnels that you want to go into, and you will follow those deeper into the lava tubes, which will take you through into some caves behind that are close to the actual tower.
Okay, so this.
Oh, sorry, I'll bring it back up.
Okay. So this here is the Fire Giant City. So we don't actually have to go close to that. We'll come in here, down at the south side. There are some caves, so there will be some fire giants in this region, but it won't be close enough to the city that we're gonna like sound the alarm.
Yeah, and
then there
she
are
says,
some caves here that we're gonna go through to go around the city proper.
So you wouldn't even have to worry about those other areas. But she says, I very much suggest you don't go through loudly and try to sneak through. You could probably avoid most of the giants because it's a large area, and they're not as numerous as the houses of the dwarves are that are still there. There's probably only a couple. They mostly just use the large forge in that area. So you could probably stick to the outskirts of the settlement and get to the gate that
gotcha.
way.
Oh,
So
so I
they
get to
both
see
are
the giant
occupying-
fortune.
They're occupying this space and just traversing the north-south
Now-
from the gate to this structure here.
Yes, now there might be some dark dwarves in the city who live there, so they're the ones you have to just watch out for sounding an alarm.
And what can you tell us about the nature of these dwarves? How do you know anything about the way they fight, or what sorts of attacks may work well or poorly against them?
She says they're not much of a challenge to us, so I imagine to you they also won't be too dangerous. I'm guessing the only way they might be an issue is if there are too many of them and you get overwhelmed. But they're
we like numbers.
They do have some members in their armies that are more skilled, but most of them are lower level soldiers. So they're probably not going to be much of a challenge. The danger is just if they summon the fire giants, you might be overwhelmed.
And speaking of these fire giants, I have only a cursory knowledge of the different kinds of giant tribes. Specifically with frost giants such as yourselves, it seems to be that cold still affects you, just not as much. Is this also true of fire giants, or are they, shall we say, exceptionally comfortable with fire? Does it hurt them, just not as much, or does it hurt them not at all?
This is an existential question for Ivor.
This is a very important question, and
Or more than just Ivor.
I mean, maybe she knows, maybe she doesn't know, but it's definitely a question that I'm asking.
No, they are completely immune to fire, she says. They function within the scalding temperatures of their furnaces and are completely unaffected. And they are known to sometimes wade through lava, even.
That's so cool.
Now, perhaps I should then reframe what I said about frost giants. Are you then also completely immune to the cold, and I had just forgotten this?
Are we? Let me see. Let me check my book here.
You're gonna wanna.
We are immune to cold. Yes.
Very well. Then I had misunderstood.
We can stand all day in the cold of the snow. It does not affect us. Or the
Very
ice.
well.
To look over to Boulder Bottom in light of all this, and say, Mr. Boulder Bottom, is it your opinion that this is a better risk for us than to go up against the White Dragon directly, as Beldani was suggesting?
He says, well, he kind of lights his pipe up and says, the danger with the dragon, as the lady suggested, is during the climb, if it catches us and decides to strafe us with its breath, we will be at its mercy, and to be knocked off the mountains is almost certain death. I think if we can get past the climb without the dragon noticing, it would be easier to brave the Cobalt tribes, but there will be a lot of danger moving through some of the steeper peaks. So
Or go ahead. to look like kobolds?
I don't know what the capabilities of dragons are for spotting through magic and such, but in theory, it might work. I don't know how much the kobolds climb around on those peaks. I thought they mostly functioned past the mountains, but it's possible the dragon might. Again, I don't know how much the dragon keeps an eye on kobolds climbing around. So I think overall the tubes are safer going through the giant territory, but yeah, more specialized if we can bypass those peaks somehow, and or at least trick the dragon somehow. That might be a little bit easier.
Do you have a way of turning us or making us look like deep dwarves?
Yes.
Because I can speak dwarvish and stuff. We'd probably be able to use that strategy sneak through there too.
True.
But
I think that might be the best idea that we have.
he
between-
says real quick. He says, if I was going myself, I would probably climb it just because I know I could keep just myself hidden well going past the dragon territory. But for our whole group, I would say yeah, the mines might be safer.
I'm also of the opinion that I would much rather try the mines. It seems like, on a scale of survivability, the scaling the mountain is either much better or much worse, and I'm not sure that that's reliable. I'd much rather go for an option that is moderately dangerous, but has no chance of, has less of a chance of being outright deadly.
It's a middlingly terrible option.
Middlingly terrible, just so.
But, Ivor, if we do encounter a fire giant, how effective will your magics be?
I have other ways. There's always Hex.
Eldritch Blast! Theo says drunkenly.
Started blasting.
I started busting.
And there are some cold options that I could work as well. I'm not sure how immune they might be to cold.
Do I
I
have
do
cold options? I do not.
I do think dragons would have better sense of smelling through illusions than fire giants would too.
I believe you're probably right.
She says the entrance to, the closest entrance that we know of to their lands is about a day's journey north from here. There's a lumber encampment where the deep dwarves cut down trees and bring them underground for fuel. That would probably, that's the way we know of getting in. So you might be able to sneak past them, and especially if you said you can look like Dwager. I do know that they have magic users. I don't know how adept they are at spotting illusions.
Oh, perhaps that is a bridge we shall have to cross when we get there. I think that trying to elude ourselves through the Dwergar make a lot of sense, and if they find us, they find us. But there's a chance that they won't. And I think that this is considerably more predictable, if not necessarily safer, than trying to scale the mountain with a dragon flying about.
Agreed.
Very well then.
And if some spellcaster tries to call us out, we just get close enough so Bell can do his thing.
We also do have renewed
Quietly.
abilities to travel through the darkness that we did not have the last time we were underground.
This is also true. I believe at this point we all have the capacity to see in the dark, do we not?
Yes, we do.
Outstanding.
So Tyron would say, one thing I can tell you about these deep dwarves. Where is it? They're magic users anyway. I think one of their people, and I guess Donnie is translating this, one of their casters is known as a mind master. And I've noticed when we've been in conflict with them, they have this strange ability to suddenly make our giants attack each other, though only for like an instant. So a giant might suddenly turn on another giant attack, then not realize he'd done it. So you
Only
might,
for an instant, you say?
yes, not for an extended period, just a sudden swipe where will turn, or someone will turn on his fellow giant, and they use that to sow confusion. As giants will
Look
suddenly,
over at Donnie.
His giants will suddenly think their allies are attacking them and not know why.
Does there seem to
You
be
would
any
think.
sort of a limit of range on this ability that they have? Do they have to be near you to do it, or can they do it at range?
She says about mid-range, so
Fair enough.
not too far, but not too close either.
Oh, I shall have to keep my distance then.
Yes, long range I don't think they can, but within middling range, he'd probably say about like 60-ish feet or so.
Would I recognize that as being confusion or enemies abound?
Something tells me it's probably not either of those, because I think those are not, as he said, instantaneous.
So if you mention that, he'll describe it in more detail. It doesn't sound exactly like those spells, so it might just be some ability they have to meddle with a victim's mind.
Well, they're not the only ones that have that ability.
Have you seen them? Have you seen any of your comrades resist this effect before?
Oh yes, some of our giants have complained of strange headaches and being able to ward off the sudden urge to just attack. So it's definitely resistible.
Very well. And these giants that you've seen resist the effects, is there any sort of common characteristic among them? Particularly smart, particularly strong-willed, anything of that matter?
I don't know if they have a way of measuring intelligence. Most of their warriors aren't super like casty, so it's hard to say. He would probably just shrug and say, "I haven't noticed. I apologize."
No, it's no problem. Sometimes there is a pattern, sometimes there is not.
Yes, magic.
That's been very helpful.
Unpredictable.
Oh yes, it can.
So why don't I know it's getting kind of late. Are you all okay with a quick 5-minute break?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
To use the restroom. I'll be right back.
17's not too bad on persuasion, right?
I mean, when you're trying to get with a chick who's like 4 times your size,
I got a potion for that.
you got a potion to get half her size.
Yeah.
It turns me into a large creature.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's suppose this. She currently. So let's say you comfortably occupy a. Let's say, how tall is Theo?
6'4", 6'5".
Oh, he's a tall man. Okay.
Yeah, he's tall and lanky.
Yeah. Okay. So say he's 6.5 feet tall. She occupies a 15-foot square. So let's say she's 20 feet tall. So if you make yourself twice
15?
tall.
I thought it was 10.
No, she's huge. She's
Yeah.
not gargantuan, but she's huge.
Giants average between 17 and 21 feet tall.
She's even better.
So if she's 21 feet tall, if you make yourself twice as big as you are, you're still approximately like waist height. You'd be the perfect height if she was.
Hey, that's perfect height.
I'm gonna say
Don't
when
need
you do
to-
the
don't need
math,
to keep
the
after
answer
that.
is no. No. No.
Perfect height.
No.
It's like a. What's the phrase?
I'm sexy as shit.
Throwing a hot dog down a hallway and it's not even
Yeah.
her fault.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I'm
Don't even go.
not putting any more endpoint down that line,
Don't.
even though I do have quite a few good points.
Unwanted, unwelcome.
I mean, she could take a potion of reduce while he takes the
Ugh.
potion.
Holy shit!
I would say
Yes!
I am.
I can drink the potion, and then I have the spell prepped and everything. I got a spell slot for it. Booyah!
I'm blushing on everyone's behalf. So
Thank
So
you.
now all you have to do is convince her that you are worth making herself smaller for.
You're a human. Plus, she
You're
probably
very
has a
special human.
boyfriend.
Everybody's her boyfriend, probably. Her boyfriend is whoever she wants her boyfriend to be, I would guess.
That's right. Yeah.
Haggard
so
has to be born somehow.
dragon or Droiger?
well,
Draugr
I-
seem like the better option.
I
I
actually
see.
really
I see
kind of
Dwerger.
want to see the dragon, but
Oh,
I
I
want to
can
see the
do
dragon on
the
different
dragon.
terms.
Yeah, I don't
right,
want.
right.
If it didn't involve like if we were just walking, if we were like hiking this mountain, sure, whatever. But if we have to use any sort of climbing equipment at any point, like if we're gonna be literally like
We have flying
rope,
options. I mean, that's my question. I can levitate.
Some of us.
yeah.
I
Still,
think
what I
I
mean,
have
if you get
fly spell.
if you lose
mean-
concentration, that's instant death.
I could
The
polymorph.
opportunity, you can. No, wait, what? Oh yeah, regular
So
polymorph.
some of us can fly. I could polymorph one of us into a giant eagle that could carry one or two of the others of us. I mean, could we get up there in a different way?
I've seen how that
Good.
situation goes. No.
Betha?
Fucking awesome though.
I mean, anyone can carry Betha because she can become an insect or a small.
No,
tiny
but you could
creature or
become a
something.
flying thing. Oh no, you can't fly, can you?
Question:
Well,
if somebody falls
if
off,
you are trying to figure out how to move everybody, Betha's got a way to, so someone else might not. I'm not sure.
I can also
everybody gets in a bag of
dimension door.
holding.
Yeah, for 10 minutes. Nah, there's
Keep
so many
the lid
ways.
open.
No.
I don't think it works that way.
I don't either.
But
I think
could
again, I
dimension
think
door.
the opportunity for instant death it exists in one of these branches, and it doesn't exist in the other one. We could die in either one of them, but this one, I mean, if we go in the tunnels, we can do something about it. If we die, that's kind of on us. If we die because we got knocked off the side of a cliff, I will
I have feather
curse myself.
falling. We're not
all the
going to
way.
die because of that.
Also, if I can get it off in time, vortex warp somebody back onto the cliff face.
True.
If you can get it off in time.
It's an action though, so it'd have to be a hold whenever dragon pops up or something. Like I hold vortex warp inside in case somebody gets knocked off.
So
Yeah,
are
but you
the
can't hold
non-
actions outside of combat either, though.
non-
Shit.
Are the non-PC kobolds, the non-PC Drugar, is that how you say it? Are they like evil aligned or
Oh,
like?
Dwergar
Yeah, they're
are
bad.
one-
They're bad.
kobolds are like dumb. They're like
They're more chaotic
Pawns?
than just pure evil.
they're like little insignificant, like
That's rude.
They're
no
like,
confidence.
basically a race that a lot of more powerful races use and abuse.
Yes, and
Yeah.
they because of that they tend to do evil things, but only because evil things are telling them to do it, and they don't care.
I'm
Dwergar
saying right now we're
are
not
fucking
we're not,
awful.
We're not freeing the kobolds from their enslavement, right? I'm putting that out there
No,
right
no,
now.
no. That's not what that's not why I was asking.
Wasn't you I was talking to.
If we get if we get
I
through
do-
the rune tower, have not leveled up. Plan B: free the kobolds for a level up.
As,
I don't know.
as a player, I have a soft spot for kobolds, but Betha wouldn't necessarily like go out of her way for that. I did
terms
wanna
of,
kind
like-
understand, though.
In terms of like the morality concerning the life
Yeah.
and death of these populations, kobolds,
Mhm.
it's not necessarily their fault. Dwergar,
Right.
it's 100% their fault. They chose this life.
Well,
I
Gotcha.
vote for
Fuck
the caves because I don't want to deal with the moral dilemma.
Yeah, same. I don't
It's
want.
like
I
clear
don't want
Or
another
just naturally
conversation.
evil, kill them all on sight. Not like we got jumped by a whole bunch of Shadow Kai and then got a Shadow Kai teammate at the same time.
Shadowlord Kai
No,
are
no,
not inherently evil, though.
Are they not on the
No.
monster
No,
block?
they're
Or
neutral.
They're not, and they're
Nifty.
very good
I
dancers.
thought they were evil in the NPC block.
Nope.
I liked how
Well,
our
maybe.
last
Well,
moral
because the
dilemma guides
NPC
are-
blocks.
Yeah, I was meaning specifically
I
NPC
think
block.
I think the
Well,
new like interpretation. I think they're saying now that like all the races aren't inherently evil or something. I don't know.
They're just usually.
Just usually,
Well, and I
yeah.
think if you're talking about like stat blocks, like all the stat blocks that I know about for Shadowlord Kai are like the chain dancers or whatever they're called, and those guys are dicks. But Shadowlord Kai as a race, not dicks.
Well, and I think
Dwergar
the
as a race?
PC
Well, Donnie, are your
Dicks.
people dicks?
So,
some
I
of
think
them.
it's PC races where you have the option, whereas the monster stat blocks, I think, sometimes are still going to be individuals of that race that might lean one way or another.
Right.
so I don't think we talked much about the Shadow Kai Beldani, although I have developed them a lot because I have a couple of games in that area now. So they are sort of like a theocratic socialist government. Their empire. They are
Autonomous
Yeah.
Collective.
fervently like pro Raven Queen. because the Raven Queen's magic is what allows them to build settlements within the Shadowfell, and they are kind of against like capitalism and like using money, and they're all about like communes and like being servants of their goddess. The Raven
You come
Queen.
from shadow hippies.
Yeah, kind of
Soviet Russia.
kind of shadow
Elves
hippies.
disarm you.
Yeah, they sing whatever that song is. The
Kumbaya?
The Russian anthem.
The Russian national anthem.
Oh, no,
I was
no.
thinking rah rah Rasputin.
I don't think that's
In
an
Elvish.
official. I don't think that's
Thinking
an
if I had a
official
hammer,
Russian song.
so
Hammer sickle, yeah. I mean, they're kind of like regular elves or hippies. They're more like socialists, I guess.
Is one of the religious Raven Queen dances the leg kick?
Maybe, I don't know.
Next
I
time
don't think
Baldani does a performance check, I want to hear the Russian national anthem in Elvish.
that. All this time, yeah, that's how he's been dancing.
do a leg kick actually.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're a very neutralistic race for sure. But they do deal with a lot of corruption within their empire. There's a lot of the church is mostly in control, and there's a lot of political factions vying for power. But anyway, just a little quick update on the Shatterkai.
Good to know for my backstory.
Yeah. So, yeah, what are we thinking?
We
It
need to bring
seems-
capitalism to the Shadowfell.
Long rest and tomorrow heading off to
They got
the
oil.
caves, I think.
Yeah, it seems we've come to a consensus that the caves are the way forward for us for many reasons.
Yes.
Not the least of which is we don't have to worry ourselves about the morality of killing evil
Oh, wow.
dwarves.
How?
Who's going to
how
put children in
many
there now that you
people-
said that, damn it?
How many people in the party
I mean,
speak
it's
Dwarvish?
a city. There's probably going to be children there.
Shh.
It's a good question. I do speak Dwarvish.
I speak Dwarvish.
Okay,
We got 3.
so that is more people than probably speak Kobold. And if the professor has us all looking like these dark dwarves, being able to speak the language in the illusion will only help cement our stealth.
That's a good point.
And how tall are these dwarves?
Yeah.
Thalia is
This-
the only one that can speak Draconic, right?
Yeah, I can speak Draconic.
But
Yeah,
still, like, you
would
get
I-
more?
would Donnie and Betha be able to be transformed into reasonable facsimiles of Druggers?
I think Donnie might struggle because I think they're typically. I mean, they're probably going to be 4 to 5 feet tall, like the average dwarf is.
We can
Can
make him
we
look like a
make
beast
him-
on a chain.
You can make him look like a fucking orc.
How much
let
can
him
you
use
adjust height with that
A
spell?
foot.
A foot, yeah. So he'd be like a 7-foot tall dwarger. Which might
Could
be,
put we could pull a Chewy, put some handcuffs on him, and don't actually clip him, so that way he can just.
I was
Make
gonna say,
him
make
look
him.
like a
Are there
6-foot
any
tall
other humanoid-
Droger with a really tall hat.
I was gonna say, could you make him look like 2 Durger in a trench coat?
Are there any other humanoids that are more an orc size that would be reasonably found in their habitat in the
I
the
could make
cave?
him look like a fire giant, actually.
I think someone
A
else.
very
made
small
that
one.
Giant
joke.
as well, so
You'll be our Chewbacca. I think in one of the
Yeah.
other games that happened. Someone.
I could
It's
make
a
him
good
look like
strategy.
a
I'm
juvenile.
pretty sure we've used it in multiple games.
I think he would be a even less than
Yeah,
juvenile.
the I'm bringing
fire
you,
giant.
not necessarily like a big guy like Chewie, but just like I'm bringing you a captive kind of thing.
Yeah.
I could probably make him look like a juvenile fire giant, yeah.
might look more reasonable
Oh,
than-
that's true.
Oh,
You can
yeah,
adjust
yeah.
his size up too, huh? So fire giants. How tall are they?
They're huge.
He's gonna
so-
love this.
They're
Probably
all
like
screwed up. Let me. Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, huge, exactly. So I think they're about 10 to 15 feet. So he'd be. Yeah, he might pass as
small
like a
one, but-
midget fire giant. Definitely a small
I
one.
think she was saying she'd make him a juvenile.
A juvenile
Oh
fire
yeah,
giant.
like a younger fire giant. Yeah,
Child.
a child. Sure, that might definitely work better than a 7-foot tall dwerger.
He speaks giant and he is a child, so I feel like that works.
Yeah.
Do they have any beasts of burden like mounts or something like that they use down there?
No, not the. Not
It's
the
a really big goat.
Connie's not gonna let you do that.
Well, I don't think it would work anyway unless he like walked on all four.
How tall is
Like-
Beta?
2.5.
3 feet.
Yeah, she would be a problem, possibly.
She might even be a little bit short.
Oh,
I could make her
Well-
a juvenile droider, maybe.
Little kid.
Or-
yeah.
That's true. Yep.
Well,
We're
3.5
we're
feet
just
is.
Droider preschool is what we
She's-
are.
Oh, is she 2.5 feet or
was-
3.5 feet?
she was 3 feet in her adulthood. She's a bit hunched now.
Well, she's
So-
approximately 3 feet. If you put a
Right.
foot on that, that's 4
I
feet,
mean,
and
you
Yeah,
that's
can make
close
her.
enough.
You can make her an old lady
Yeah.
dwarger who's hunching.
She could be a short dwarf droider. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably what we could do. And
So we're-
most of us speak Dwarven, and those who don't, I could cast tongues on at least one more person, or comprehend languages, or both.
Well,
So
and
we're
we don't
Durgar
necessarily.
family escorting a young fire giant back to their family.
Yeah, sure.
There you
He
go.
got loose, and we were sent to retrieve him. He's
And
very
I already
badly
know
behaved.
Zelia needs to make. Can you do something a little bit separate for you from everybody else, or for you and Ivor? Casters make you look like the mine people, Durgar.
Oh,
If
but
I
we
know
do
what
know
they
what
look like.
Yeah.
Lou, history with dwarves and studying. Would I have any idea of what they look like?
Dwager? Probably. You've probably seen pictures if you've been in libraries.
All right,
Primary
if
reason?
I've
You
seen.
can, you could probably, I guess probably make a history check.
Would I know?
Yeah, probably. History, oh yeah, definitely Theo would know.
So I'll use
oh,
magical
maybe-
tinkering.
with
to make
11, maybe you would not have remembered seeing a picture of them.
Theo, can you draw something for me, or make a visual
Magical
picture of that?
tinkering and make pretty much magical image of them pop up in the snow.
Right.
Wah, wah, wah. All right, you
Yeah.
do a magical Dwergar drawing.
Oh yes, I remember now. Okay.
Mohawk.
Oh, I was
Do you
thinking-
remember what the magic users look like?
Yeah, it looks like a creepy old motherfucker with a massive beard.
That guy doesn't have a beard.
No, the caster ones.
Oh, the
I'm just
caster
thinking-
ones.
I'm just imagining the default picture of the Dwerger, where it's like a dude who's like coked out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
All
I
right.
think that is the picture of them. The Mind
That
Master.
does-
Yeah.
Does seem like the best plan then. I shall prepare those spells tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Great. That's what I'll make Ivor and I look like, and everybody else will look like
It
the
looks
other.
like he
Oh.
just like chewed
That
on
is-
somebody's neck.
Yeah, that is even not who I was thinking of. That dude looks.
He
so
has a
much worse.
heart in his hand. He's eating a heart,
No, that's
or is that a heart?
No,
that's
it's
magic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He does look like he has blood on his beard, which is a little creepy.
That fits
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yep. Creepy motherfuckers.
I would have thought he was undead. I would have thought he was undead.
No, I
I
think that's
just
just
saw
a
the
mask
picture.
he's wearing, like a bony
There-
mask.
Is there anything else we should think of as we're going into tomorrow to prepare Auntie and I to prepare spells and
No, but I should take any venom or poisons we have and spend a few hours making doses if we are going to be traveling into danger.
Did I give?
Well,
Did we do anything with that cave moss?
I don't think so. Well, one thing Kaivara will say, she says, you
Yes.
are, of course, welcome to stay as guests of our tribe, or I guess you'd call it a clan, of our clan as long as you want. So if you need some time to prepare, our home is open to you.
we appreciate that very much, but I'm afraid we're rather under time constraint.
I understand.
Well, we do need a long rest.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
but
I
she was
mean,
planning on staying here through the night anyway, so.
Yeah, I assumed you weren't leaving tonight. She more just meant if you wanted to work on something like in the town or do downtime stuff or whatever.
I do not want to. I do not want to. Zelia will resist wasting time. She's very anxious about time.
She does. I mean, the Shadowlords, are probably up to something
I think.
somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
One
Can't
day,
make extra
maybe,
potions of
but-
growth.
Sorry.
Do you say you slipped her one of the potions of growth?
No, I said so I can't make extra potions of growth. No, Lou, I was making a joke.
Yeah, I assumed.
I do have one, just in case, though.
Just in case.
In case he gets lucky.
So,
It's like carrying a condom in his wallet.
just the potion strapped. to his
Hagrid
belt.
has to exist somehow.
Yeah. I mean, she does seem to really enjoy talking to you,
Ian's look.
but you don't think you're going to get that far tonight.
Oh no, that's future.
Long term,
He's
real long
gonna try and write
He's
back.
playing the long game.
It's playing the long game.
He is.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
might retire to the Frost Giant Village instead of.
If he never becomes a dragon, like.
Oh, he's becoming a dragon. We have plans.
All
He's
right.
going to sleep.
So yeah, the night is passing. You would benefit from a long rest, no problem. There's some stuff that happens during the night, but nothing they wake you all for. Apparently, some of their people had been spotted and chased off. Some of the survivors from the tribe here.
Oh.
From the previous tribe that was here. Looks like they came back and saw
Right,
you there.
Good to know. I was wondering
Ones we
whether
killed,
or not.
right?
Yeah, I was wondering whether
yeah,
or not
I figured.
the survivors would get finished off by our friends, but it seems they did not.
No, it seems that some of the giants did escape. So
Okay.
it is the next day, 7 a.m. Go ahead and long rest. Boulder Bottom is happy to get going if you're all ready. He says we should make for the north. We have a long journey ahead of us, and there's still danger in those frozen cliffs. Luckily, not as much climbing, but there is still the danger of wyvern nests and all sorts of unseen perils within the snow.
Do we think this journey is going to take more than one day?
He says, no, I looked over the maps last night. I think we might actually be able to cut it down if I find some paths and avoid some snow travel. It just depends on how lucky we get.
To how long?
To get to the mountains?
To get to
Yeah,
the...
he
where the
was saying he
fire
could cut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cut it down from a day. How long does he think he cut it down to?
It really depends on how lucky we get with the melted paths and if we're able to avoid danger. Hopefully I could cut it down to half a day if I can find a good path to travel.
And Lou, during the long rest, would use Cobbler's tools so we can march longer without exhaustion.
Okay.
Nice.
I might... Wait. I'm just thinking, Donnie. Very
Yeah.
tired. Perhaps we ought to wait one day, at least. And perhaps
that
we
is a good
could-
point.
Auntie,
Well,
you could cast greater restoration on him.
my
Because...
arms are still both broken, and one of my legs is turned kind of funny, but I think I'm okay.
I think we ought to wait one day.
I've never studied that magic. I cannot prepare it.
Oh.
She doesn't know
Doesn't
fifth
have
level
greater
spells. She has fifth
registration?
level. She has fifth level slots, but she doesn't know any fifth. She doesn't have fifth level spells.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Still,
a
I
lucky
agree.
class.
I think giving Tony some time to recover is incredibly wise. If we find ourselves in a situation where we need his help and he is fucking useless, that will not be
Hey,
well
He's
for
got
any of
three
us.
levels of
Look.
exhaustion.
my
Or-
one arm
Or-
works
No.
fine. Well,
No, it's
now
three.
he has 3.
No,
Now he has
Yeah.
3.
So he's
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
he's back to his normal hit points, but he's at half speed, disadvantage on attacks, and disadvantage on skill checks. He says, "I think I'll be fine. We should just go."
He's
be
disadvantaged on
told.
attacks.
Yes,
Yeah.
level
Yes.
3.
one more
Yeah,
day.
we should wait
and
one
he-
more day.
I say we wait a day so that he is no longer suffering an inability to fucking hit things.
Also,
Well,
is 3 also reduced movement because he's going to cut down our travel time a lot with only half movement.
Nah, I think
He
that's
says,
4.
I can walk on the snow. I'll walk just as fast as you, slowpokes.
actually,
I
that's a
Yeah.
good point. And
We could
if it's
travel and then rest on the way, like so we could take it slow.
Yes,
And go.
exactly. We take slow. Go.
one, I would say taking 1 day makes sense because it will. If we take a day, then he will recover one of his issues, and then on the next day, if we wait a day for him to walk faster, that doesn't net us any more time than taking that day to walk at the speed that he can. So I'd say
Yeah.
taking a day to rest and then moving out on the day after is ideal, and then by the time we reach our destination, perhaps he will recovered his broken legs.
I agree.
I'm down
And it
for another
would
day
also
with
give me-
Kaivara, I mean the Frost Giants.
would give me the opportunity to cast Legend Lore on this holy symbol and try to discover its nature, as well as casting Contingency on myself.
Indeed.
Stupid. Whatever.
Go to sleep, Donnie.
You brought this one on yourself, mate.
He just pouts and goes off to sit in the snow. Actually, he'd probably go play in the snow. Yay!
Yep.
He still loves it. Alright, so we'll say you're waiting another day.
I will
But-
cast Legend Lore in that case, Lou, on this thing that you sent me, so to try to discover what the hidden properties are.
Alright, well, why don't we save that for next time and end
Okay.
here. So give me a whisper with MVP votes. And we can pick it up next time as the group begins traveling towards the giant city in the underground.
Oh, and if we spent a day back, Theo would have spent the entire time talking with Kaivara and the blacksmith.
You're gonna
And-
end up getting slapped.
Well,
It's
we
not
can-
like that. It's genuinely trying to go over like fortification things, just because they are fighting fire
I
giants. and
will
stuff.
cast
Ideas too.
tongues on Ivor though, so he could go around to
Yeah.
use the giant.
Well,
tomorrow.
we can
Perfect.
we can resolve that at the beginning of next session. It shouldn't take too
Alright.
long.
Yeah,
But,
talking about fortifications, also known as protection.
yeah, but with,
Literally. Go ahead, Luke.
with 2 votes, it's kind of a split vote today. But with 2 votes, Betha, you're MVP.
Oh, thank you.
Congrats.
Ba-ba.
Being able to give them. She asked about the things that we're able to do and stuff like that. Being able to show her ways that we fortify our walls and stuff. Something she can apply to defending her tribe will go a lot farther than just full on. You're pretty.
Hmm.
Long game.
All right then.
Oh my goodness, I didn't take journal. I didn't take any notes. I just realized.
Oh,
Glad to get
no.
people to laugh.
Well, you can always watch the stream.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean,
basically,
there's a lot
we
of
killed
fighting.
things.
There was a lot of RP too, between you guys and the Frost Giants, and talking about what's going to happen next time.
Yep.
Another dream for Theo. Unite the giants with the small people. Build
Getting,
a stronger civilization.
Mental images of William Wallace. Unite the clans! Unite the clans!
Save the kobolds.
Well, Theo's whole idea is like long game try and
Oh,
figure
we
out
know
ways
what
to...
Theo's whole idea is.
No, I'm talking about like dealing with the cycle is his overarching like obsession. And if you can unite everybody to prep for the next cycle and everything, you might start off better in the next go around.
Yeah, that's totally gonna happen.
Maybe. We do have heroes running around talking to different people.
Wait,
If we
you planning to unite the whole world?
as
Yeah.
many people as possible.
What are you, a 20-year-old? Jesus. Sorry.
There is a common threat for every single person.
Yeah.
The world's gonna be glassed in
Kinda like
about
climate
less than 1,000
change.
years.
Yeah,
really
it's-
well, right?
Exactly.
Have you seen Oh fuck, what was that
Don't
movie
look
with the-
up.
Yeah, have you seen Don't Look Up?
Yeah,
That's
but I'm
gonna
hoping
happen.
magic makes people believe in working together more than our
No.
society.
Or science.
Keep hoping.
Everyone agrees with science, right?
There are literal gods and stuff that.
Yeah, and most
If
people
I talk
don't
to you
fucking
gods,
believe in
demonstrate
them.
Truth.
I think.
I don't even fucking believe in them. Are you kidding me?
How does atheism work in D&D? Gods can literally pop
I
down in
mean,
front of you and go, "I will
I feel
spite
like
you."
in
Do they?
D&D, it's harder to be atheist because you can actually see the power of like gods happening. It's not like, oh, God did that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they're flat earthers, so
True. True.
At one point, D&D did have flat Earths, but
all
not
right, guys,
anymore.
call it a night.
Y'all
Yeah,
have a good
that's
one.
fair.
Right.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good
Night.
night.
Oh, Miriam, the
Mhm.
container thing.
Yeah.
How do I go through and
Oh,
activate
yeah.
it?
Okay, so go to your inventory and then click on your gold, and then there's a little cogwheel in the top right that says settings, and there's a little toggle put coins in containers.
Oh, that is awesome. So now can
So
I?
then you have to click on the container, the tab of the container you want, and then click on the name of the container below the tab, so that it opens like the description on the right, and then you have to scroll down to the bottom, and there's bag of holding coin, and you open it up and you add coin there.
All right, so I click on.
So
The-
under inventory, then click on the bag of holding tab in your inventory. And
Okay.
then click on the name bag of holding that's in green below that. And it opens up the description on the right.
Yeah, I have the description there. Oh,
Okay,
bag of
now
holding
scroll to the
coin.
bottom of that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they added that when they first added the containers. They didn't have that option. That one came a little later. And actually, I don't even see it listed as beta now. Last time I changed it, but where you turn the setting on, there was a little warning that it was like still being tested. You know. So. Because I was briefly using a D&D Beyond sheet as the party treasury tracking for the Monday night group. I was just kind of experimenting with it after they introduced the containers, because it helped me keep track of like weights and stuff a lot more easily than in just the text note in Roll20. But I started using a spreadsheet instead. I have like a Google.
That
Google,
is
a good Google spreadsheet.
awesome. I'm getting close to filling up my bag of holding. Oh no.
Well, we've got what, 3 bags of holding and a portable hole now. So
Whenever it comes to magic items, we got the storage. We definitely got that. It's awesome. We could probably dice up a dragon and fit it between all of our things if we didn't already have things inside of there. Which is funny
and
because
my main reason for wanting one was for so long was because I've been without Arda pretty much the whole campaign, and so I was never able to carry like any of my stuff because it was all on Arda, and I didn't have the strength or the capacity.
yeah,
So,
now you have a customized bag of holding.
yeah. But that's like in the beginning of the campaign, I thought I'd always have my mount nearby, and then it never happened. So
I'm gonna go back to Char and get it. Then watch you get killed in
well,
combat.
we keep climbing down ladders
Yeah,
into underground
it's hard
caverns
to
and
keep a
taking
mount
portals
close to
to
you.
other cities.
Like if you're traveling to certain places, a mount is easy. Otherwise, it's just a huge pain.
Lou,
I've never had a
interesting
character with a mount before, so I didn't realize it was going to be a challenge.
alternate option for Fine Steed if you have any paladins who are looking for other ones. Giant lizard, 30 foot of movement, 30 feet of climb if they want something a bit different.
Oh, you know what? Now that you say that,
Challenge quarter.
I did have a character who got a giant lizard, but
They
it
are
was like
amazing.
one that he got in a. We were in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and we tamed 2 giant lizards after one of our combats. So the party had two mounts.
That's awesome. Yeah, very much like them as a mount option because they can climb if you need in certain situations, or just go hide somewhere while you're
Yeah.
going down in dungeons.
Like if it was if we did more homebrew, I would have like maybe considered like whether there was some way I could learn how to put Arda in a pocket dimension or something.
You're a small
needed to.
character, right?
Yeah.
I have a
don't
mastiff
need
in my
legs,
pocket.
yeah.
You can use that as a mount.
But then the next time we climb down a ladder or scale a cliff, he's not going to be able to come with us.
It has keen enough smell to be able to detect enemies coming near it, and it can go hide to be there whenever you get back out, at least.
Well, you
I'd
could,
rather-
Assuming you go back that way.
you could
True.
use a downtime project to figure out a pocket dimension for Arda.
Yeah.
That's the
okay.
sort of thing you can research, like
Okay.
weird, nifty magic things. Probably just take time and money.
Right.
Well, base, I got something I'll work on once we get back to the capital or something. Make it to where you can.
Well,
Have a
she's
Pokeball.
she's got her cook's utensils and stuff like with her now. Now that you made her the bag, when we were shopping in the city, like she bought like some common stuff that like to replace what was on her that she's like that I meant to have with me the whole campaign and like just haven't really ended up having. So she's got some of it in her bag now. But now we never do like the campfire type travel. So
Well, we might hear soon. We're gonna have maybe a day or more of travel, so we can have a little campfire thing. Down and
my
help you cook,
original
too.
plan, my original plan for her was that she was going to take the chef feat for those like treats that you can make every day that give like ups and
I had one
HP.
player who took that. It wasn't terrible, but for a feat, I feel like they made it a little underwhelming.
Is it
the thing
underwhelming
was-
enough for somebody to spend downtime to get it?
I don't know
You
about
get
that.
some downtime.
Well, you can
Well,
learn
I
some
mean,
skills and stuff.
It's,
It might.
It's
Yeah.
just compared to some other feats, it seems kind
Yeah.
of.
Well, I thought I didn't think it was stellar, but I also thought like it was something different that I hadn't taken before, and it kind of fit with my plan for her to be a bit of a foodie and like do a lot of cooking and stuff.
Yeah.
And so the idea was that flavor wise it fit as well as it
I
like
feel like
a
I
little
mean,
buff.
I like the idea of it. I feel like they should have had some like I think what does it do? It gives you like you can make treats to give some temp HP is like the
Yeah, and you
mechanical
can pass
thing.
them out,
But
and you pass them out to the party, and they can eat them whenever they need to. And
I
well, I
kind
mean, they can
of
ask them, but
I kind of wish they had something with it that was more like weird and exotic. Like you could make certain foods that gave you some kind of maybe non-combat benefits,
yeah, that'd be cool.
or just
The thing is
Just
that by the
some-
time
yeah.
I ended
Food
up
of wild magic table.
I don't know about
Well-
wild magic, but maybe like just role play things that
Okay.
you could do, like that.
like different recipes she could choose to make with it each day that had different effects.
Yeah, like more circumstantial stuff that's
Mhm.
less combat related, like
Yeah.
maybe something with helping with certain skills, maybe certain situations, or impressing people, things like that.
Well,
Increase
anyway,
march distance,
I
like-
ended up taking Bountiful Luck at 8, and by the time we got to 12, I just didn't feel like it was as valuable as it would have been at lower levels, and even then, it wasn't the greatest thing ever. So I ended up kind of dropping that plan.
Oh my god, Bountiful Luck is amazing.
Certainly. is.
Lou, quick question for you. I had dropped you a line in Roll20 shortly before the end. I was just wondering if you had a chance to
Probably
take a
not.
look at that.
Let me take a
Oh,
look.
secrets.
secrets.
Well, let me. Is anyone watching on the stream? I think there's only one viewer right now. I had a couple of viewers earlier for my afternoon game. They just started. They're only like 4 or 5 sessions in, so they just got to char.
Amazing.
Let me stop the stream.
Did they keep Shock? Or are they not to that point yet?
No,
Did they
Shock's
save
with them.
Melody?
They did save
Did
Melody.
they save Melody?
Yeah.
Yay!
Most people save Melody. She's not that hard to save as long as you don't like barrel in just trying to murder everything. Like the guy doesn't slit her throat. I think they.
Well, I think there was a couple parties that didn't manage to save her. At least one, if not a couple.
I think they
Yeah.
scared the guy off. Like they managed to convince him to just run, so he just left Melody and ran.
For
which is not the
sure,
same thing.
I think
I
that's
was in
what
one of the
Monday
games that
did.
did not do it well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the game that I played Gabriel, who is the crossbow master.
Yeah.
He had sharpshooter and crossbow expert eventually.
What's
But
up?
yeah, I tried to basically like shoot the hobgoblin while he was holding her hostage, missed, and then he slit her throat.
Yeah, that's the danger. If you get bad initiative or a bad roll, then she can die.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's what happened. It was initiative, and that was before I knew that you couldn't like take an attack to
Before
to
the
create
round.
initiative. You know, I figured like
Like,
you know he's not going to do anything before I shoot. You know, but then we rolled initiative, and my shot didn't even go off before he slit her throat. It was weird timing.
Yeah. Okay, so stream end.